So, okay, wait, are we in another county for some reason? Hold a second. Never get that far back. What happened? What did you do wrong?
Why is it that far?
No, it's a
You
good.
fucked up the lens, didn't you? Are you doing like a fisheye?
No, unbelievable.
It's the Peephole podcast.
2016, we shouldn't have to do
I mean, my God, we shouldn't look like we're doing this from airplanes.
You know what I'm gonna
We
miss?
don't. It's good.
Does anyone agree? Let's all look at this.
Fit in.
Oh my god, this is terrible.
We're gonna
We're gonna have to squeeze like a
Is that far away? Yeah.
Yeah, let's squeeze over a little bit.
What are we doing wrong that we have to squeeze so much?
We're not. This is
Well, it's
the
for
normal
people.
way that it always
Someone tell them
works.
it's not this way normally.
Johnny,
Yes,
it's not this way.
Well, usually it's this way.
All right, are we in on this?
Realize this because you guys can't hear it in the room, but right now it's the new theme song. Yeah, right?
Is it?
Yes.
I hope to God it is. When does it stop?
Right now. Yeah.
Oh, because you could tell with the.
I'm just good. I know.
Did it start? You're not. And
Yeah.
You could tell with the.
No, it's good.
Yeah. Okay.
We did it.
Okay. Well then,
It's
fucking on Burger Podcast, people. I'm Burger Podcast. For those of you, thank you.
Yeah.
I believe I started.
Oh.
Yeah, you didn't hear the theme music. It was said.
Oh.
Johnny said, it's apparently playing. I mean, it probably isn't fucking playing, and we all know that. But Johnny said it was. So
Yes,
we'll go with that.
it was.
We'll
I
go
hope
with that.
so.
Yeah. But here, so we're started.
Yeah.
Election tonight. Well, let's introduce, man. We got the usual suspects. We got Mr. Ryan Talmo,
Mr.
John Mark Owens,
Yay. How's it going?
Rolando Montez
What's up, guys?
Bueno, and Theo Manhattan. We got
Manhattan.
special guest Hanson. I'm not fuck your last name.
Kyle Henson.
Kyle Hanson. I knew I said I was gonna do it backwards. I knew that shit. God damn, it's been one of those goddamn days. You ever had the day where you just fucking feel so unloved, just all around?
Yeah, like
And I
every
don't
day.
even mean Theo.
Every
not
day,
picking me
Burger.
up and
Welcome
Rolando
to
showing
being
up a day
single and
late.
40.
What?
Welcome to being single and 40, not having a loving wife and children, okay?
Oh, fuck no.
It's called
You're
every
what
day.
makes me go home every night.
Yes.
Yeah, I look at
Hey,
your life.
me
and
and Ryan, we're already in our 30s and we're single too. So
yeah,
you know,
you
it's
guys
we're miserable.
literally- I gotta
We
tell
know what you feel.
All of you here except for Theo, send me home every night. Going, I love you, babe. I fucking love you. Don't make me them. I don't want to be them because Theo's still young.
Yeah, he's got hope.
How old are you, Theo?
I'm 25.
Yeah, you see that?
Plenty of
Oh,
hope.
the world is ahead of you.
If Theo was married right now, I'd look at him like you loser.
My little brother.
Agreed.
Yeah. Does he look happy ever?
No.
Of course he does. Nobody at fucking 24, 25, 26 is fucking happily married.
No.
No, it was a shotgun wedding actually. Like he's a rigid Christian and he impregnated his wife before marriage. Which I was cracking up.
You're married, Theo?
Are you taking
You are
my
married?
cigarettes, Johnny?
But if you no, those are mine. No, but if,
No, my little brother.
That
if
can't
you're
be
so
your-
hardcore Christian, then why are you fucking?
He's not.
Yeah, he's a deviant.
I'm just
there.
saying. No, but your brother, like him.
So he can't
So why do you
fuck?
buy into like that we can fuck, but then you got to get married for it? I don't understand that.
Yeah.
Her parents said you were forced to marry her.
And
Yeah.
this isn't in LA. Where is this?
No, it's Wisconsin.
Oh God, yeah. Wisconsin.
It's a flyover state.
Not even. They don't go anywhere over Wisconsin.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Kyle.
You'll fly to Chicago.
What are you going to
if you need-
Toronto? Like, I mean, that's about it.
I'm going to Nova Scotia.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are flying over Minna. There it goes. No, but that's cool. I mean, what are you gonna do there? But fuck. I mean, Jesus Christ. But yeah, so none of all. That, my wife's gluten free. Well, she has to be gluten free, but she doesn't do it. So she fucking gets sick, and I laugh at her, and it's funny because you're stupid. You know, I mean, like how the fuck? I mean, literally, if eating apples made you shit so bad you'd fucking avoid apples, and she doesn't, and so she eats all this crap every now and again. But I don't give a shit. I think it's hysterical. Fuck you, you bloated pig. Feel it, you know. But my feeling is, but my feeling is this. But this is my feeling.
I miss burger.
But this is my feeling. That's all cool. She goes to this place, Shop House, which is great for them because it has everything they can eat. So she loves it. My daughter can eat there. It's a place she can go and eat out, and it's fun. My wife comes. I get home from work, and I have the relaxing day of hanging out with kids in South Central, and so yeah, it's just relaxing. It's like it's like yoga. It's like yoga, but where dudes just rush up and fuck you hard in the ass while you're doing it. Yeah,
I've
But
seen
it's
that
like
movie.
Yoga, yeah.
What pose is that?
It's great. It's the best feeling. So, and I get home from that, and I get home to nothing. Like they weren't there home yet, and she gets home and she's got a Shop House bag, and she goes, "I got you something," and I figured, oh, and you put it in the Shop House bag, because you wouldn't fucking get me Shop House. I don't eat that crap that you have to. It's horrible. I didn't fuck up my body. I'm not genetically fouled. I can eat fucking food, and so she goes, "No, I got you the meatballs from Shop House you always eat." I go, "You mean the free fucking sample that every Jew in the world just like me gets because it's fucking free? Like, I've eaten beets because they were free, and I hate beets, And so she tells me, she goes, "Oh, well, I thought you would like it." I go, "That's fine. I'm trying to be cool." Then I look in the trash, and there's a goddamn single-slice pizza box, and I know where it's fucking from. It's from Stefano's because I know their fucking pizza box because I love Stefano's. There's no name on it. I know what pizza box they use. That goddamn pizza.
The two guys from Italy?
No, well, it says that, but it's Stefano's.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and yes, they are. Yeah, yeah. No, yeah. Yeah, no. That's why it's great. That's why the place is
Yeah.
great. It's real
LA,
pizza.
all our pizzas
No,
are
this is
Armenian.
real fucking good pizza, and I love pizza. Like, I've had tons of New York pizza when I was there. I love pizza. I've had Chicago pizza. This is good pizza. So I go, wait, bitch. It's a pet name. And and I go, did you get a fucking slice of pizza? She's like, "Oh, yeah." What the fuck? What are you, like 6? Like, you pooped yourself and you're making a whoopsie face? Bitch, you went to Stefano's and got fucking pizza? And you didn't bring me a fucking slice of pizza, but you brought me the stupid shit food you eat because you're sick? What the fuck is wrong with you? She's like, "Oh, I didn't look at it that way." Well, why did you look at it? And so it's been one of those days where I'm not feeling loved. And so I'm going to fuck her in the ass when I get home because that's our deal.
Burger feels angry. Burger fucks asshole.
It works for prison. It works for prison. You know how cop those dudes are? You ever see one of the dudes, like the male rape dudes that are banging other dudes? You ever see them like, "Grr"? No, they're like,
Real relaxed.
next. They don't care. They're cool. They're happy because they pounded ass. All their
Busting
aggression
assholes.
Yeah.
Pounded ass. I like that one.
You ever been annoyed by a gay top? Nope. They're just going about their world. They're pounding ass. A gay
Top.
top. Yeah, it's the gay bottom. Gay bottom's always a
upset.
little. Gay bottom's
Angry.
always like a
Very-
poodle, just fucking stupid, useless,
shaking and
and just in the goddamn way. And that's what it is. It's really just for the top to walk them.
I like how
You
you know
know?
all the lingo to that. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Cubs. Seals.
I was single. I was between fucking marriages.
I was
single.
a seal once.
In the dark, it seems the same.
Just an empty hole.
And it sounds the same, too.
And the funny thing is I wasn't in the dark. Not even me. It was the park. After dark, the lights just go on.
Who was the seal?
Burger's not a seal.
Is anybody in danger?
What's
No,
a seal?
A seal is like a mini bear, right?
I have. You've lost. You've gotten way too
No,
deep into it. I know.
It's a
top
mini
and
bear.
bottom.
No, it's a
Pitcher
mini
catcher.
bear. Burger, there's a name for old twinks, which Burger would be an old twink.
Let me explain something to you, Johnny. Let me explain
Like-
something to you. Johnny, even though you look like you got a decade on me, and I
I
get
know.
you're a little younger. And when I say a
It's
little,
true.
2 years probably.
Drugs are bad
But here's
for
the
you.
thing. Here's my point. You're old looking.
Yeah, I'm old.
No other
it's
point.
like for
Just
real.
that.
I'm past half of my life now, dude. It's gone.
I'm a little
I'm
scared.
42 now. That means like literally like I got 28 years till I decide to blow my head off or not. Like for real. And it's not unrational. Like
Why
at
would
70.
You think you still got 28 more
Yeah, that's a
years?
long
if
time,
I'm
dude.
lucky, if I
is a
don't die,
long
like if I
time.
don't die before then,
You'll be like
I got
70.
28 years
Math
till
doesn't
I
go
get to
together at that
actually
point.
like.
Do you really think you'll make 70?
I was hoping so.
Gosh.
No.
He's
I'm
got
pretty
meth
sure-
and cigarette in hand, like
I'm,
28
my
more
people,
years.
my European peoples are good at.
Look at your
Pickling
lifestyle. Do you
themselves.
really want to make
My
70?
grandmother and my grandfather both drank and smoked from the time they were like 12 till
Till
they
they got
died
their first
at
oxygen
70.
tank.
No, they died at 70. It was great. Neither of them had oxygen tanks. They just died at 70.
Yeah, Burger. What time?
No.
You guys got
Wait,
8 more
let's
months.
slow this down to
I-
one. Go for it, Kyle. And then we'll.
I was just about to say, one time my grandma had an oxygen tank, and my little sister was born, so she bejeweled her.
See? That's sweet.
That
my grandma got mad at me because I used hers to blow up balloons, but she died then.
You know,
Right
I
then.
think
No.
we'd yell at anyone else who told that story except for Theo.
What?
Like Theo just got away with telling that story. He
'cause
would have
he's
gotten
from-
yelled at if
yeah,
it was
he's
anyone
from
else.
Idaho
But
or
Theo's so
somewhere.
cute
That's
and
what they
young,
do.
it's okay.
Do you have to shave, or does it just naturally stay like that?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's what I mean.
Oh my God! Wow!
But see, I was 30 something before I had to shave,
Yeah.
and this is like 3-4 days.
Yeah,
If I
yeah.
had
On the
all-
neck?
Wow.
almost 50.
Rolando shaved
Yeah.
this morning.
No.
Rolando shaved on the way here.
You know,
He
actually,
you know what?
Ch-ch-chia.
When the theme music was playing, Rolando was shaving.
yeah. You know what? I'll tell you. I'm not like. I know I have a full beard, but I don't have to shave as much. You know what I mean? I can go like 2 days without shaving, and it won't look that bad. But yeah. I like
I
that though.
knew-
Thank you. It's a compliment when you
I
tell
knew
me that though.
a
Honestly.
Salvadorian girl that would always shave. Her back. It was
Her back.
horrible,
Wow.
Yeah.
Hey, I knew
Just a weed whacker.
I knew a pair of Jewish New York brothers
Yes.
who would wax each other's neck. They would
Yes.
actually do the thing where they would wax each other's neck, though.
Someone
Like,
grab that. Oh, not you, Kyle.
Nah,
You're a
oh,
fucking gas.
it's
I'm embarrassed now. It's gonna be
what
nobody.
dumb
Unless, it better be Courtney.
if it's not Courtney, then
Better fucking be. Thank you.
yeah.
Okay, Kyle, you lost your seat. Squish in with them.
I guess we're.
No, you're in. You're still in. They'll just move over. Yeah. Yeah, it's how it works.
Shit.
But you know what? We'll share a mic here. Yeah. That way, because I want the guests to have a mic. And you got a Cliff Bar?
Oh, my.
Oh, welcome, Courtney.
Nor will you after that. No, those aren't bad, actually. Cliff Bars, my daughter hates them, though.
Courtney, you're not supposed to start eating things. You're supposed to keep starving yourself. This is Hollywood.
Yeah. So, Courtney, let's say you're married. I don't know. Let's say you're married 8 years, right? And so you go and get pizza, a slice. Let's say it's your spouse's favorite
God,
fucking
here we
pizza
go
place.
again.
Do you get them any? It's their favorite place.
Yeah.
And now let's double that though. You shouldn't even be eating pizza. You're not supposed to, based on diets. Like I mean, on allergies.
So wait, I'm cheating on a diet?
No. Well, you're already cheating on your diet thing. Not your diet. You're like, let's just say, I don't know, hypothetically, celiac disease. So you can't eat gluten.
Would you be saying the scenario back to me like this because I didn't get you a piece of pizza afterwards?
Well, you're gluten free. You get pizza.
I feel like you would.
I don't expect pizza from you. Yeah.
Then no.
But if you were married, though.
If I wasn't supposed to have it, I'd hide it. So no.
Well, no. You left the pizza box in the trash to remind me that you went to my favorite pizza place and got a
I'm
slice.
smarter than that. I wouldn't.
Ah.
Do that.
Ha. Thank you.
What else did you do tonight, Burger?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Now, so do you think it's wrong that our deal is I fuck her in the ass now?
Over pizza? That's a bit drastic.
Stefano's.
Thank you,
Pizza.
thank you, Courtney. Fuck, I
Stefano's
know this
on Hollywood
motherfucker.
Boulevard.
I mean, like, how often? I mean, it's
Once. Yeah, one time.
Once?
Yeah, just tonight.
their
One
pizza's
stab.
that good? Their pizza's ass fucking good.
Have you had Stefano's pizza? Holy mother of God, yeah. It is the only pizza to get on Hollywood Boulevard that's worth a shit, and it's really good.
It's the only pizza that will make her have problems with her, body and also get fucked in the ass.
Well, that's the thing I'm worried about, though, is the cheese is going to backfire on me, I think. But we'll find out.
It's
but
gonna
you
be
know what?
some
Yeah.
dirty sex,
Yeah, if
dude.
she would have gotten this fucking, what is the name of this place, Big Mama's or whatever, if she'd have
yeah,
gotten
yeah.
this shithole place, I wouldn't even been mad because, haha, tricks on you. Their
I
pizza
just
sucks
ate it.
so bad.
I just ate it. I don't think I'm gonna make it through the whole show. You guys. I
How
gotta-
fucking bad is their pizza?
I
And a
saw you
rip-off.
eating it
You know
outside,
what?
actually. Yeah.
You know what? You know what's better than their pizza though? The box that they put it in. That is complete garbage. I'm telling you. It's
The box is huge.
They got a B grading.
yeah. It
Yeah,
literally
I
has
saw
a
the
B
B
on
But the
grading, you're right.
box is this big, and if the pizza was that big, I guess $3.95 or $5.95 or whatever it is for the pizza would be worth it. But the pizza goes. Here's the box, this big. Here's the pizza.
It doesn't even fit the whole box.
It doesn't even touch the sides. Yeah.
4 pieces of 7-Eleven pizza.
Dude,
No.
not
4
even.
pieces
Not
of
even that.
7-Eleven
Maybe 2.5
pizza.
Maybe two. Yeah. Maybe two and a
Dude,
half.
okay, so
Okay, we've
Look at
digressed
Johnny.
into pizza.
Oh, yeah, okay. I was just going to say, how do you guys know what 7-Eleven pizza is like? But I know. And then I thought about it more. And
Yeah. Look at Johnny. His whole
It's
life.
the
has been
wings, the 7-Eleven wing. It's the buffalo chicken rollers at 7-Eleven.
No, Johnny's.
The hot dogs are the worst thing in the world. They are not. They're like instant bacterial rot. Like,
Yeah, the hot dogs are off.
They give me cramps. Like,
not me.
and me and Telmo eat like the worst shit in the world.
Well, it
Like,
depends on what 7-Eleven though. It depends on the 7-Eleven.
I live in West Hollywood where we have fancy 7-Elevens and good hot dogs.
Yeah.
Can I say something? Like, why would anyone, if you know that it's not good for you, why would you ever eat in 7-Eleven? I mean, just a question. Okay, yeah, please.
get a Tom.
I want off this planet, and I'm not gonna.
Nice.
Oh yeah, you are, but
Wow.
just slowly.
I'm gonna slowly kill myself.
I like that. Okay.
That way you can't call it suicide.
Yeah. No.
It's still got his dignity.
Yeah, yeah. You call it a slow quitting.
they call it suicide in 12-step though.
How does it feel about getting older?
Oh, he's 34. He's not even old. He's a kid.
My body feels like 75. You guys know that. I get cramps when I eat pizza.
See,
Oh, you stole.
see, I'm afraid of being like in a home where they have to wipe your ass and all that shit. Like,
And you're still
fuck,
eating 7-Eleven.
man. Like I wouldn't. I know I like 2 dicks. I guess.
I'm already there. And my roommate's wiping my ass all the time.
Wow.
Like, I knew your roommate was cool, but never like that cool. Seriously? I'm like what? And with
He's like,
yeah.
on Tuesdays, yes. It's
Isn't this amazing what we've digressed to? And right now the fucking debate is going.
Oh, yeah, let me do the debate. I got a debate
Well, I
impression
told
for
people,
you.
if you want to hear truth, watch
Duh.
this. If you want to have
Well,
fun, watch the debate.
Let's be realistic. The debate at probably this point has digressed way more than this show has. I mean,
Yeah, really.
True.
Donald Trump, he literally, like last week, he had a breakdown at one of his rallies where he started to actually tear apart the teleprompters. Like an angry 4-year-old, he literally started tearing apart the actual physical
What it
teleprompter.
said or like the people running it?
No, like the actual the teleprompter itself, the inanimate object
Like the
that
glass?
is the teleprompter.
Really?
He's like, these guys fucking suck. I'm not paying them. This shit broke. Fuck you. Let's just get it out of here. Get it. He's like, seriously, 4-year-old. Like, that's a 4. Yeah, and that's literally like a 4-year-old's tantrum, right?
I thought he didn't use a teleprompter.
Well, no,
he
he
started
can't
to
read.
like 2 months
It's just
ago.
pictures.
Yeah,
Yeah, he said he didn't read from a teleprompter.
that's true. They say he can't read.
Photos like
makes
Indian
sense.
Style right
dinosaur,
Yeah.
big
He's
wall.
sitting there going, yeah,
Ma'am
me
plus
big
minus
president,
A.
big whomping fire.
No more Mexican.
Did you guys see what Melania Trump said about in response to the whole pussy grabbing thing?
No,
She
what?
said the same exact shit on CNN and on Fox News. It was like they made her practice, and she was like, he's very good man. He's raw. He's good man. And we were just like, what the fuck's wrong with her?
She was okay
Yeah.
with it though, like with him saying all that shit.
Well, that's how they met.
And then
Yeah.
Trump.
Yeah, yeah. When he said I hooked her, he meant like I came up from underneath and like
and
a
then, and then
fish.
Trump.
Welcome to my
Yeah.
Maybe
rally.
he paid for
Yeah.
her or something. Maybe he paid for her.
He did.
Hooked her.
Well,
No,
yeah,
no,
because
that's a known fact.
after that,
then he
Melania
bankrupted.
She was a
Melania went
deal.
back in her shipping crate.
Yeah, no, but in reality, she was a deal. But you know what it is, and I'm gonna hit on this. See, here's the problem with the world. We're talking about Trump or Hillary; they don't matter.
Right.
But here's the truth. Whatever powers that be, and let's take the Democrats and the liberals, just for whatever reason that they should be so on board with this. Now, in this country, in this state alone, we have a huge amount of Latin people. In the school system, we have children coming into the school system that we allow in the school system, which we should, that do not have a grasp of the English language, whatever language they speak.
Right.
Okay, where I teach predominantly Latin. We are not allowed.
Say, by the way.
What? No. I'll slap you back over the border.
I honestly didn't
I
know
will
anyone
call
still
immigration
spoke
right
Latin,
now.
but
I'll
hey,
call
whatever.
Trump on your ass.
I have a fake
Don't even
visa.
get
I'm
me
good. I'm
started.
good.
Yeah. Don't even. I swear to God,
wall
I'll
just
never
got
let
10
you
feet
mow my
taller.
lawn again.
I'll mow your lawn.
See,
then
you're done. You're done. Done. Yeah, you're getting beat
Building
out by
a second
big
wall
black white
between
girl.
Guatemala and El
Do you have a
Salvador.
riding lawnmower? or
Building a
push
second
lawn?
wall
He is one of those
between El
not
Salvador
much.
and Guatemala.
No, okay, so listen. So here's the thing. In this country, okay, or in this state for sure, I'll say, we are not allowed to teach these children in their native language in science, history, math, and any elective. Now, here's the thing. None of those translate differently. English, you have to learn in English. There's no fucking other way to learn English but in English. I get that. Every other subject can be taught in a different language in the exact same way.
Great.
So we
Yeah,
would
you're
not
right.
have children graduating, leaving high school without basic math knowledge because they didn't speak enough English to move forward in English math classes.
For years
Yeah,
and years.
they get what plus, minus, all that meant when they got here. They don't get what those words mean on the paper. And so here's the thing. So whoever wants to talk shit, everyone's a fucking dick because both sides are the reason for this. Both sides. We have a Democratic president. It is insane. We have a Democratic mayor, governor. It is insane that we don't have this, but Trump's this anti-Mexican dude. Not everyone, not all of them.
Well, no, they this whole policy that you're talking about, right? The English first in California came up like in the
That's
late.
old.
Yeah, but this was,
allowed
but this was. Well, no. So now we're back to teaching. Because I personally, my thing is like, do you really want the carpenter who's building your fucking house to not know algebra? Like, I don't give a fuck if he speaks English, but I really, really hope he understands angles when he's cutting my fucking shit. You know, like for real. I mean, like, have you been to a construction site?
That's trigonometry, but
I know it's trigonometry, but I want to say that because that scares everyone off.
but,
Okay.
isn't the bigger issue that they wouldn't want? They
Johnny, we're-
wouldn't want to pay teachers more because then wouldn't teachers have to be bilingual?
No. Teachers should be bilingual. Here's the thing. First of all, no. But no. Let me explain something. No, that's a ridiculous request to ask of all teachers. Now, should there be bilingual teachers? Of course. Yeah. But should all teachers have to be bilingual? That's insane. That's placating to a non-English. First of all, population-wise, we are more English. We need English-speaking first teachers. Second of all, no English-speaking child should have to be taught by somebody with a heavy accent that interrupts their English to an extent where you can't understand them. I've been in classes like that where the teachers do not, and they happen to be Middle Eastern, do not speak, their accents are so heavy, their English is so broken, there's no way I can learn from them. That is wrong equally.
You know what I'm saying,
I,
Burger?
I feel that.
Is that I think that's more of a symptom. The issue of them not being able to speak their native language to teach them things that are universal, that's more of a symptom than it is what is actually the reason or the cause, is that we are a nation that only pushes forward people who are white, male, and speak English and are Christian. Those are the only things. So it has nothing really to do with the fact of whether or not they can speak or don't speak. It's that the powers that see only want this one way to be put forth. When you hear about a man walks across the street with a briefcase, you think of a white, middle-aged man with glasses and a suit, and he's walking with a briefcase.
I didn't. I pictured the first Lionel.
You know,
Yeah, I
he's
pictured-
never
I'm sorry, I
black.
pictured-
He's
no,
never
you know what?
gay. He's never.
Honestly, I pictured the second Lionel. I'm sorry, not the first. The one who came and then the other one came back. I pictured him with the red tie.
And you're a special person.
No,
Burger.
it's
this
not
is
that.
What.
It's, you know what it is? It's like I was explaining to my wife. Yes, there's an ignorance in the world, but that ignorance got a rainbow color, man. You go to places. Good job, Johnny. Good fucking job. But you go to places, you go to places all over the world with the absence of white people. You have the same exact problems going on. What it is, people in power. I forget. I wouldn't say who said the quote because I won't remember exactly. But the quote is, "Power corrupts. Absolute power corrupts absolutely." Unfortunately, with the exception of Jose Pepe Mojica, the president of Uruguay, yes, that has almost always been the case. That every one of our presidents has used their power in a corruptive way. I can't think of a president around the world who has not used their power in some sort of corruptive way, whether it be cheating, whether it be money, whether it be lying in different ways, or politicians for that matter. In general.
Apparently, you weren't around for Andrew Jackson's presidency because. No, I'm just kidding. I have no
Okay.
literally.
Whoa. Yeah. I'm like, wasn't Jackson the one who died homeless? Wasn't Andrew Jackson the one who died homeless in a park? Yeah.
Andrew Jackson was a quarter black. What? Yes.
Well, Burger.
See, but that's the ignorance too. Is
He
many
actually
of our
was.
presidents-
Look it up.
many
It's
of
for
our
real.
Early presidents were
I did a
mixed with
report on him.
African. We know Hanson. He wasn't mixed. He was half black. He was one of the first presidents prior to the Articles of Confederation. So way before anything, we had a half black president in this country. But people don't realize that black people and white people were living together in this country prior to slavery and everything. This is documented fact that they keep so low because during slavery they hid all this and destroyed it.
And it's funny because I mean, I've never been taught that ever. I mean, this is the first time that you're telling me this. I've heard that Andrew Jackson was, mixed, but I mean, that's funny how no one talks about it. You know what I mean? No, they don't teach it. They don't teach it.
But the biggest thing is, though, it's not about like what your blood says. It's about how society treats you. So if you're seen as a white guy, like my grandfather looks like Harrison Ford, but so he was often treated as a white guy. So I mean, yeah, like white guys who like a not a you white guy.
There is
That's
no
true.
white privilege with Burger.
Like a white guy who had land and blue eyes and it looks like Harrison Ford. I think it's more about how you're treated than how you, because I can say all day I'm black to so many people, but that doesn't mean people still treat me, I feel, often with more privilege than some other people who are black.
In Africa, do you think it works that way, or are the rich black people treated better?
I mean, if they were to look white, maybe.
No, in Africa. In Africa.
No, because I know
Wait,
a
wait,
couple
wait.
Nigerian princesses
Yeah,
and
no,
princes.
I know a lot of
And I
Nigerian
do
people.
actually,
So we're in
and
Africa, you're
they're dark.
Any part of Africa, if you're African with money, for real. Not only do you, I mean, let's keep it real. There's people in these African countries buying, selling kids just like out here that have money. There's people in this country using people nonstop. I mean, an African thing, but it's black people using black people. What I'm trying to say is, all over the world, people are being treated shitty, and the people treating them shitty come in different colors. Rolando's Salvadorian and Mexican. He can tell you that Mexico is completely shit on El Salvador nonstop.
They're the Mexicans of
There's
Mexico.
no white people doing this.
Here's the thing. When I was watching the documentary, the 30 for 30 on OJ, and the thing when he was in power, such as he was, he was treated like a white person.
it's
He was invited to every country club, invited to dinners with exclusive people.
But he didn't.
Even-
But he didn't have.
Another-
like a
there's
famous, rich
Like a
black guy.
There's
even,
ano-
even the most bigots would be excited
Because he had
to
power.
meet him.
Because he had
There's
power
an-
and money.
There's another factor here, and that's the fact that he was a good-looking man. And
No,
that's another
let me,
thing.
Yeah, yes.
No
but let
homo.
me explain one thing. You cannot treat O.J. Simpson like he was white. The dude is black. There's no way to treat him white What they treated him with was privilege. Now, not the same privilege I get. I don't get his privilege. So it can't be white privilege because if I'm considered
Dude,
white,
you're not
I don't
OJ,
get it.
though.
1 second. Right. This is what I'm saying. So it's not, he wasn't treated white. He was treated privileged because he was famous and rich. Nothing to do with his color. His color meant nothing at that point, is what I'm saying. He
got white privileges
No.
maybe without
He
being
got-
treated white.
Because you have to look at
You live in Brentwood.
geographically where you are, what the privilege is. So you can't say Africa and then say, okay, there were no white people in power. We're not talking about that. We're talking about America. In America, the most privilege is being a white man. So he got the privileges of a white guy because he was rich, because he had status, because he was famous. So yes, he had white privilege because that's the privilege we operate on in America.
But couldn't we also say he also got African royalty privilege? If we want to say that, because wait,
Dude, he
wait,
got Black American
wait, no, no,
privilege,
no, no, let me
like
explain something, though.
Black
But let me
American
explain
royalty
something.
privilege.
Can
Like,
I get Spanish privilege in Spain? If I lived in Spain, could I ever get Spanish privilege?
yeah.
No.
Is white? The question you got to ask though is white America
No,
because
but-
Spanish is
right,
Spanish.
No, but what I'm saying is though, in Spain, could I get Spanish privilege? There is Spanish privilege. The Portuguese are treated badly there. There's a privilege to be in Spanish in that country. Okay. Now, here's the thing: America, not this land. America, the country, was started by white people. So it is a white country to begin with. Spain was also a Spanish country to begin with. It's not anymore, just like America isn't. But could I go to Spain and get Spanish privilege?
You had money.
No, but could I get Spanish privilege?
Oh, does it matter the label that you give it, whether it's privilege or not privilege?
What matters is we're putting a face on something instead of putting a focus on the powers that be. The powers that be come in all colors in this country, and they are working together to make sure that the 1,000 to 1 poor people don't ever rise up, don't ever get together, and they do that by keeping us separated, by saying white this, black that, this, that. I don't believe you can act black. You can't act a color. It's a color. It's called black. You can't act it. Now, we do know that means people from different continents that have blackish skin or certain features, that's what American black is. Is it a true race? None of it is. Nothing's a true race.
It's all a
made
rainbow.
up. It's all made up except for if we believe in the Ethiopian Hebrews. That's the only race that we know of, and that's not a race. We named it.
I was gonna try and joke there, but I don't want to joke. About
But
I
that's
was
the
like,
point I'm
well,
making. So if we get away from using the word white and we start dealing with why people are fucking us over every day of so many different colors that are in power and have the money to, then we get to the bottom of shit.
But I still think okay, if we're still using OJ as an example, he still had to distance himself from black people. It's like there's certain rules that you have to align to. He chose to because he wanted to keep getting privileged.
Good point. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
and
I
you
feel
gotta-
like we can still say yes, white privilege, because it was established as those people having the most power, the most status, the most money. And so they're like, okay, if you want to be in our club, then you've got to come to this side and distance yourself.
But I'm gonna tell you something. I'm telling you something
But
because
they're still regular.
I'm
But like I've had friends, like I used to work for a drug dealer who like was, well, no, I used to
made
work
him
for a
coffee.
drug broker. No, like my drug broker, he was like the blackest guy. Yeah, he was the blackest guy in Bel Air.
These are the drugs you
So
qualify for.
everyone, all the cops in Bel Air knew not to fuck with him
Wait, what do you mean?
because he had him out lawyered,
He
and
was a
they
black drug
knew.
dealer you worked for?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and he was the,
He was
and
the
so
like they had a contest of who was the blackest in Bel Air, because Bel Air was
He was-
originally the black.
Johnny,
I
make
know,
the
but
point.
no,
Johnny,
no,
make-
no.
Can Johnny, make the point,
no,
please.
the homeboy,
What?
the homeboy was
Yeah.
the blackest guy in Bel Air. So he would actually like terrorize Bel Air, like drive
Tell
around in
Sidney
his
what he did,
Corvette,
'cause he was
like
there.
do donuts down the street,
know,
whatever the
Sidney
fuck he
Poitier.
wanted, because
Fuck.
they knew that they wouldn't fuck with him.
Yeah.
Like the cops in his local city wouldn't fuck with him. I think OJ had very much the same thing. Like OJ was the blackest man in Inglewood. Or not Inglewood. Brentwood.
That's
sorry.
where Johnny's mind's at. That's
I-
Brentwood.
I avoid Brentwood so much that I think actually of Inglewood because I'd rather go to Inglewood than Brentwood.
I'm
but
just gonna say that
he was the blackest
See,
man
now,
in
here's the
Brentwood.
thing, though. Go on. No.
Well, I was just gonna say is this. Look, first of all, OJ. Okay, he didn't act black. Okay, but people in the hood loved him.
Wait, again, but let's deal with the fact he
Okay.
did act black because he showed up every day looking like that.
Okay,
So
you're
he
right. But what
completely-
you're saying
not only
is
did he acted, he perfected black.
Okay, but what you're saying is a lot. Okay, but the first of all, he was accepted with white people going to country clubs and shit like that. Because I saw the 30 for 30, by the way, that
Latin
you saw.
people, Chinese people. Going,
Okay, so
Yeah.
anyway,
all
but
people. You
from
mean
the
all
hood
people.
loved him. But
wait,
you're,
let's deal with all people, all rich people.
Okay.
Because in Japan, there's a major racism against black people, but they loved OJ. Now let me just tell you, in China, absolute. In Mexico, you know how they treat black people.
Of
You
course,
know
yeah.
that. They loved him. So you mean all these motherfuckers loved OJ? That's what I've been saying this whole time.
well, that's exactly
But
what
we
I was
want
gonna
to
say. That's
nail white people, but we want to let everyone off scot-free when they hate black people, but do the same fucking thing. Love OJ, love Kanye West, love Denzel. Everybody wants to fuck Halle Berry, but
Nobody wants to be Halle Berry.
no, but this is the thing. Yo, hell yeah, every woman wants to be Halle Berry. Everyone wants to fuck. This is what I'll tell you. Do you know why racism in general 99% is bullshit? Because racism does not exist when it comes to pussy. That's why racism is 99% bullshit. It's taught, it's ignorant. No, let me tell you something. Any guy who's like, okay, first of all, let's use black women. Okay, guys like, yeah, I'd never have sex with a black woman. You mean no one wants to have sex with you? You mean no one ever wants to fuck you, and you're just a douche? Because the first black girl who's hot that wants to have sex with you, you're flying in there, feet first, just excited as fuck. You don't care. Yeah, I'll never have sex with an Asian girl. The minute one wants to.
No, the second racism comes in is when you are concerned about then how you are going to be treated by being associated with that person. So that's what makes racism real. I have been dumped by plenty of redneck who are like, I like you, but it's just too hard for me. My sister the same way, even though they were
Because
interested
of their family,
because
huh?
their families or because of their work or whatever it was, they didn't want to be ostracized by their community because by being with a black person. That's when racism has a reality.
And I know you think I one up you, but I've told this story before, a long time ago. Korean girl, had to pick her up outside. Parents were not cool with me being Jewish or white. Now, but go on, Ryan.
No, I'm with you on that. I dated a Filipino girl
Yeah.
for 5 years.
We've
Parents did not like that. I talked
we've
about
all
this.
been through it.
Yeah,
Yeah, black parents. I've had black parents that were way unthrilled about me dating their daughters. One about their son. No,
See, I dated a Chicana girl who was
just you
like,
saying that I don't.
her family.
Just using the word
I
Chicano.
believe him. I
No,
believe him.
I
right?
dated-
Chicano.
I
Like it was
dated a
1970. Men are on Welcome
Chicana.
Back, Carter.
She was a Chicana. She really was Chicana, like
From
down with
Chicana.
La Movimienta.
From Chicana.
Like, and her family was happy as shit that she was dating a white boy because they thought that white boys are all rich. Little did they know it was
We're
me.
A bunch of prejudiced morons.
And
then.
another thing it could have been is maybe because now you're gonna lighten up the skin a little bit. You know what I mean?
And I also wasn't black. She only dated black
but
men
this-
before, and you know.
And that's how it.
Okay,
bro.
again.
That's
again,
how it
bro.
is. That's
But
how
How
it
did
is.
you fit
Let
in?
me explain something. Ready? I except my one grandma. I've never had anyone in my family ever say shit, think shit, or nothing about whoever I dated, whoever my sisters dated. We have all dated multiple races, and since black seems to be the main target, yes, we've all dated black. My mom dated a black guy. We never thought even like mom's dating a black guy. Just mom dated. Mom was a whore to begin with, so she was with many men.
Wait, which-
Many men. But this is the thing,
Many,
and
many,
so
many, many, many.
the thing I'm trying to say though is, like this whole campaign has been pushed around race. The whole thing
Right.
has been a divide and conquer
And religion,
campaign.
though, really.
Yes, but the thing is, Trump and Hillary basically share the same values, morals. They're friends. They go way back. They were tight. Bill and Trump go way back.
Cancun together.
All of it being bullshit. And this
Sandals
is what I'm trying to
Resort.
say. Everything we've been fed for the last 500 years has been such bullshit. We've been fucked with so much. We've been screwed over and lied to so much that we have such an ignorance that we have, like, okay, Johnny and I love him, but where he said, I'd rather be in Inglewood than Brentwood. Moron! Brentwood's got great food,
Yeah.
safe,
Pools,
wonderful. Nobody in
fucking-
fucking Inglewood agrees with you.
Everything, the Whole Foods.
But, and let me tell you, I don't mean the rich part of Inglewood, because there's a gorgeous part of
No,
Inglewood.
fuck Brentwood. I've like.
There's some wonderful people
Let's
there. Just like
move over to
there is in
Theo
Inglewood.
because Theo's feeling the pain of being young and white with long hair because
Theo
he's
doesn't
getting
feel
pulled
like
over
that.
every
I
week.
Get profiled.
Yeah.
And
I get profiled.
and Brentwood, like I worked in Brentwood. I met Ozzy and Arnold Schwarzenegger in Brentwood. And
Johnny doesn't know my.
Ozzy
your
Osbourne, yeah,
points.
for real.
No, I'm
No, but Brentwood, like seriously, like driving into Brentwood,
Yes.
my blood pressure went up because I knew that
You met
now
two celebrities.
my white privilege didn't mean shit.
Johnny,
My white
Johnny,
privilege
Johnny,
just disappeared because it's now class privilege.
Johnny,
Brentwood is a
everyone in here
community
wants to give
where
you a
white
quarter.
privilege don't work.
Yeah.
Class
By the
privilege
way,
works.
We're moving our studio to Watts, just to let
I
you
know. I mean, Johnny, Johnny, you have no white privilege. Everyone in here wants to give you a quarter. Nobody in society gives a fuck about you. You barely pay taxes. You don't own anything. You have a driver. You have a driver's license.
He's bringing
That's your connection. That's your connection. What I mean is you don't owe taxes, Johnny. You get your money back.
The government doesn't
Yeah, I know.
care.
I know. You're the riffraff of the world. Trust me, you get no privilege. I mean, I'm not being mean.
I'm in the same boat.
Yeah, but Ryan gets it. He's not sitting there thinking he's got some privilege for being fucking
No.
broke.
I get questioned on the metro every other day.
Yeah,
So,
because he looks like some wacky homeless dude that would be fucking sneaking on.
talk to me.
Well dressed, the beginning of homeless, but still.
They go to me like tap card, and then they will not bother anyone else. They'll
But
ask me.
all of these are different levels of privilege
Yes,
diverging
you.
together. So like I have
rainbow.
there's attractiveness privilege, there's
Yes.
wealth privilege, there's class privilege.
What's the privilege?
So, but I mean, all of these things come together.
Is being
But then you
Courtney.
have to look at
The
what
privilege
the
is
privilege
being
is
left
that
alone.
operates in the place, the highest privilege that operates and dictates that place that you're at. So
Courtney.
so like if you're in Brentwood, class privilege perhaps is what is operating.
When is it that we get the half black privilege? You know, where like they don't know how to treat us, but they're like, we can treat them all right. They're almost white.
I've just
I
always
mean."
said I was black.
Wait, who have you been treated worse by?
Nobody, dude. I don't experience racism.
Why?
I don't know, man. Maybe I have a white face with tan skin.
I agree with him. I'm the,
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
So that's hold on. Let me see a mic.
Yeah.
Don't buy into it.
I'm
You
perfect.
don't
Let me.
feel-
This is a good question because the whole thing is we got Kyle here. Kyle, you're half black.
On a good day.
Yeah, me too. I mean, but no one believes it. It's okay. But yeah, so then Courtney says that she basically, I used that term before. No, Courtney presents as black. She likes to, hi, I'm black. Yes, yes. Even though like that question right in itself is kind of racist because I mean Courtney could be Italian and no one would you have to be racist to say that Courtney couldn't be Italian, basically.
Or she's told.
Kyle could also be
no,
French,
yeah, right? I mean,
and
even
you
though
would
you know
never
Courtney.
by phenotypes
Yeah.
and doing everything else, you would never know. Like
Who?
Kyle could be Italian, so but. Do you think that you present more black or do you present more white? It's the whole
I feel like
biracial
if I'm
thing
about
of
to
like,
get pulled over by the police, I'm not worried about getting shot, but they're not going to give me a Best Buy gift card.
Yeah.
Like, I'm in the middle to where like I feel like I might get fucked over, like looked at a second time, but no, I'm not like
you're not
the
going to
type-
get to call him a
I really
pig.
The
think it
NAACP
is where
is
you
not com-
are. Like when I was in Virginia, it was no doubt I was black. But I do think you're right. Like even asking the question, "What are you?" That is so people can categorize you, so then they know how to deal with you or
Yeah.
how to treat you or how to feel about you.
I'll ask you because you know what? You know why I would ask you, or you, if we're that once we know each other, I go, "Are you mixed? What are you mixed with? Why? My daughter's mixed."
Sure.
And so it's just
It's more of a curiosity thing.
it's more of a connection thing in that sense, yeah.
Yeah.
But now what I'll say is one thing you hit on, yes, everything matters where you're standing. Again, I'm going to quote the great Burt Reynolds like I've done before. He said, intelligence is measured by what you know as to where you're standing in the world. A sheep herder is a genius in sheep country. He's an idiot in fucking
Manhattan.
in Teflon City or whatever the fuck it's called in whatever North Silicon City.
Teflon City. I like that one.
But you know what I'm saying?
Teflon
though?
Don.
But do you know?
Polymer.
But do you know what I'm saying though? But you know what I'm saying? So
like
what
that.
I'm saying though is what racism, what hatred you deal with, yes, does depend on the majority there in every situation. Me personally, the only times I was ever treated racially was always by black or Latin people because I lived in Pacoima. It wasn't because black and Latin people are racist. It was because I lived in Pacoima. So the chances, it would be like this, of me bumping, if I said I'm going to bump into someone today and I'm going to say they're going to be Latin. Why would I say that? Well, because where I lived and where I walked around, it was about 70% Latin, 30% black. mathematically, odds are I'm going to bump into, if I bump into someone, a Latin person, right? Okay, so obviously if I was getting racism, it would be by black and Latin people who live there. Now, I could grow up and going, yeah, black people are racist, Latin people are racist. Or I could go, those people that said things to me, that did this, they were idiots. They were morons that God should take off the earth and it would be better for it. Not their whole race. I'll never hold someone accountable to ever represent their race. Nobody matters that much. So you represent you represent those who raised you. That's what you represent as an individual. Nobody represents a race because there's not a large enough percentage of any people doing anything to fully represent a race, and it goes in every direction.
And even just the word race it's we're human. Yeah, it's fake. Exactly.
No, I don't think that it's fake. I think there's a difference between prejudice and racism. And to me, racism comes in when people can be prejudiced. But if it doesn't have a real life effect on you, on your day-to-day life, I think that's just prejudice. But when you're talking about, I think the reason we talk about white privilege or racism in terms of white people is because there's systemic racism, which does affect people's lives, getting loans, getting jobs, getting housing, you know, all of that stuff. That's real stuff. I mean, you can't just say like, oh yeah, well, I don't know, the system's just fucked, I guess. Like, no, there were powers that put that in place in our country. That's why we refer to it as white privilege and white people. Yes, in this country.
I never really, as a kid.
In every other country. Let's look at the world. Right. So what I'm saying is, let's look at it as humans, as a world. If we want to see, no one wants Trump to build a wall, but everyone puts up their own physical walls. We're a world of human beings. And in this world, there's a problem of isms in this world. And until we deal with it as a world, as human beings, that any type of inequalities and treating people in any ways based on how and who and whatever is ridiculous and should be dead.
I mean, maybe I'm privileged in the sense to where I don't have to deal with this. And it's like you were saying, like, I just don't put up with it. I don't know racism. I don't see it. I don't experience it. So for me to try, it is. And for me to try to confront something that I don't experience would almost be like trying to see a color that I don't believe exists. And I don't mean colors in like what we're talking about, but a vision, an ideal. If I don't think it's there because I don't deal with it and I don't have to, I'm not OJ, I'm Kyle. I just go throughout my life and I don't have these privileges. I don't live in Brentwood. I'm not like guaranteed any of these goodnesses. I was raised by white people and I think I probably act as such, but I'm wearing a dashiki. You know what I mean? I try to keep it real.
But exactly what you said though is proving the point. There are a lot of white people who don't have to experience certain kinds of prejudice, certain kinds of discrimination, and they're like, well, I don't deal with it, so it's not really there. And I think that's the problem, and we're never going to get rid of racism because it's a way to maintain power.
But
so
then
that's why we have it, because people want to if you can put down other people, then you're going to have power structure.
Well, and then the rare part, I agree with Ryan, and the rare part where I actually agree with Berger is like, well, no, I agree with Talma, but I actually agree with both right now, is that, like, I live in Boyle Heights, and I am Boyle Heights is 95% Latino.
Unlike Claremont, where he grew up.
Yes, it's true. But Boyle Heights is 95% Latino. And it's like when I go to the store, you know, I get this. I'm always on spectacle as the white man in Boyle Heights. They're like, what is white boy doing in the fucking Northgate? Like, what is he buying? Like, I always think, like, what am I buying
like
in the Northgate? Like,
Central.
Well, but wait a second.
True, right?
You've been with me. You've seen how I've been treated. Ryan has too. Now, wait a second, though. Do I get offended? Do I flip
That's
out?
more
Or do
important.
I break their ideal? Do I then break down what they're thinking and change it? Do I slide in somewhere I'm a teacher? Do I throw
Yes,
them off
you
and
do,
fuck
you
them
do.
up? And then I make them rethink their whole lives. Now I change their way of thinking. It's way better.
For a second, though.
Either way. Even if I did that, I mattered.
I can do that too, and you just deal with the situation. You are yourselves. That can change their idea for a second. But if you are so married to an idea of this is the way certain people are, they're gonna be like, okay, well, that's just the exception.
Well,
Instead of
that's-
thinking that people are multidimensional and complex, and everybody's different.
That's really the racism, though, Courtney. Like, that's where it's so, like, beyond prejudice. It's really the racism of, like, you can't break out of the box that you know, I'm white and I don't like what black people. Like I would like to like you, but I can't trust you.
I want to hear Telmo.
Yeah, I guess.
I want to hear Telmo.
Because no, I'm gonna say this. I'm drunk and I like to talk about this drunk.
Speak your mind.
But no, racism. If you want to call it racism, is it's all territorial. It's all animal instincts as well with a lot of people. Because if you look at animals and how they react, depending on how animals react, doesn't matter what kind of deer it is. There's different breeds of deers. They don't interact with each other. Right? Fuck you. I'm gonna do my own thing.
Right.
I
like
They're
that.
not gonna kill each other. They're not gonna do crazy. You want to jump into this because you're.
You say I won't elope with you, dear.
No. I mean, no. I think that's a good idea. But that brings it past. Well, like
Yeah,
you
he's right,
take
there
it back.
are
You take it
solitude
back
animals.
even beyond racism, where you really take it to tribalism, and it's like we have our tribes, and like my tribe is not white. That's for sure.
Of course not, Johnny. You'd hate him.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
I
all
hate
your
the white
ancestors
man.
are- all your fucking ancestors
So,
are.
but no, but I
Johnny's
mean,
got fucking whips on his goddamn wall that his grandfather used. This is the thing.
sadly,
He might. I don't
no, actually,
But-
no. Hold on, wait. Hold
me
on. So my mom did the.
Brought up a truth.
My mom's been doing the whole Ancestry.com thing and then discovering as a white man, like as a progressive white man.
Yeah.
Like
Yes, what are they discovering?
you start to discover it's like, oh, okay, so yeah, I'm 256th Jamaican. Black
In his
Jamaican.
dreams, they want. That's
No,
the thing.
for
It was
real.
Like the lady when I was
100
talking to
and
the Indian girl.
256, but then there's also like
Wait, Johnny, stop
40
talking
other
for 1 second.
ancestors who were all slave owning killers.
wait,
and
wait,
it's like,
wait.
oh, okay.
Wait, let me see something, Ryan. I want to see something because see, asshole, my thing I have to scream to be loud.
No.
Yours is louder than mine.
That's because I'm
Give me your
louder than
goddamn
you.
mic. My
What?
wife texted me.
I'm
Ryan, yours
louder
is
than
low, too.
Burger. I know how to use frequencies and volume.
No.
Unbelievable.
Yes,
I got a shitty
absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I am so loud, it's not even funny.
Watch this.
It's
watch
called
this.
SPLs, sound pressure level.
Watch this,
Okay?
Johnny, watch this. Watch this. When I'm talking right now, look, just when I talk right now, it goes to the top, right? The other one, I'd had to yell.
No.
Stop fucking me on the mic. Here's the thing. You know why? He hates me because I'm white.
Hey,
Here's the
hey,
thing. Yeah.
Burger.
You're a
Hey,
Jew.
This is why Kaepernick had to take a knee. It's because of
Yeah.
specific situations
This
like
type
this.
of-
The volume.
No, and Jews aren't
no, you-
white, though.
no,
Let's
you
all
don't-
get that
Well,
right.
I know that.
In white supremacy, Jews are not white.
Ah, but Johnny.
You go,
but Johnny,
sorry,
but
that's
Johnny,
so true.
Right,
Not
but
white,
You know
not
what, Johnny?
white.
Do you know what, Johnny? Every day I am racially profiled as white.
That's why
So
you
you're
should
right.
wear
I
a star
get it.
on your
I
arm
get what-
on a band.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
They have these
not my
armbands
race.
that are like a Star of
Yeah.
David. You could wear one.
Got it one tattooed on my chest, Johnny.
God, then just wear
Beat
your
you to
Jew
it.
out and
No, I do.
you're all right.
You have it too?
No.
Oh, I was like, hell yeah. that would
I
be
have
cool.
white spots.
Kyle, I would
My-
have taken
you know
Kyle for
what?
Jewish.
You know what? I'm gonna tell you that
Like-
too. You know why? Because that's the thing is my wife grew up with that shit and things like that, and she would tell me how black dudes, black girls would call her yellow, call her this, call her, oh, look at your skin. All. My daughter isn't growing up the same way. She got the same stuff you got, and she thinks it's the first of all.
Best
Let me
ever.
tell you. First of all, women who got that. Like grown women got that. Holy fuck,
God.
bitch! You look like a pinto pony.
I wanted to.
I can't be more
I've
turned
never
on.
wanted to follow somebody, and I'm not like a grabber by
Yeah,
the pussy type
yeah.
of guy.
No,
Whatever.
no,
I'm completely
unless they're-
respectful. I was like, "Where are you
Yeah.
going? Please stop. Talk to me. My name's hello.
Yeah.
I have
What is it now?
spots. Like
What
oh,
is it?
Oh, and on the face, show him.
Oh, vitiligo. It's
Yeah.
it's white spots.
It's,
dude.
it's the fucking coolest thing you
And
could
it's
have.
symmetrical.
Oh, wow.
If I could have fucking skin like that, is badass.
I have
No,
it a
it's
little
like
bit
the
on my
best
stomach.
tattoo
I have a
ever.
little bit
But you know what it is? We live in a world. We live in a world. We live in a world where idiots and their idiot parents are gonna pick on people for whatever reason they can, and someone's not gonna tell their kid,
How
"Hey,
cool it is."
look at them," and go, "That's why your mom's a whore," and move on with life. You know what I'm saying? And feel good about themselves. Their parents aren't going to do that for them, or unfortunately, maybe they don't have parents. Whatever's going on, and it sucks. So some dickhead and their fucking dickhead parents, they're gonna ruin this kid and make them upset, and that's the problem in the world.
They become introverted.
Instead of seeing what you got as fucking cool, holy fuck, dude, you got two different.
Dude,
you got
it took me
spotted
a
ass
while.
skin.
I'm telling you, Burger. When I was young, man, I wouldn't want to go swimming.
Yeah.
It'd be difficult. I couldn't take off my shirt because I'd be like, no, it's and I hop in real quick.
Yeah.
Be like, the water's fine. Or
It's 6 degrees.
yeah. Oh, just freezing.
got
It's
frostbite.
February in Oregon.
His
like,
heart stopped. He's
And
like, I'm bathing.
You know what was the worst though? Shirts and skins and basketball. You can't tell a whole group of guys you're not going to take off your shirt because you got put on some team, which half the time it's going to happen.
Yeah.
And
Well,
then
but see, that's what I mean.
Wow.
No, you should never have had to feel that way.
They should be like, take your fucking shirt off.
And that's ignorance. That's ignorance.
But that's going back again to like there's got to be a way to put somebody else down to make yourself feel better.
Yeah.
Which is why we keep everybody separated. Which is why I'm saying, even if you're saying racism is not real or whatever, I'm saying it's real because of something like that. We're programmed as children to find something that somebody can be insecure about or that makes them different, and then that makes us feel better because we pointed out we're not that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was my nose when I was a kid. That was always my nose.
Still.
Oh.
Yeah,
Always,
no,
yes.
yeah. I'm gonna tell you, yeah, it's still. No, you know what it is? No, you know what it is? You know, I'll tell you this though. But watch what you said though. First of all, no one said racism wasn't real. What it was, race isn't real. Race is not real. We are a human race.
Right.
We are different ethnicities, cultures, not races.
Tribes.
We are of a human race. That's why I say the problems we face are global. They're not specific to this country. We don't matter. We only ignorant fucking. You know what they mean by ignorant Americans?
Race, I'm not saying that like it's not a global problem, but what I'm saying is you can't get rid of it because pointing out these differences in people.
What?
Turned off. That bike's turned off.
Oh.
Yeah,
Good
there
job,
we go.
Johnny.
Hello?
Sorry. There we go. I'm sorry.
Is it off? No. Okay, it's not. No, it is not.
Go adjust it, Johnny. Jesus Christ, you're right there.
Not the. It's a fucking cable.
Pretend like you had a dad, and I'm telling you to move the antenna.
All I'm saying
Yeah.
is that I'm saying it has a real. It is real because of he felt bad. He
Yes.
felt insecure about doing something. Just like certain people with certain colors of skin will feel bad or insecure about doing things, and we do that in order to keep a balance of power.
Now, was it a bunch of Chinese people you grew up with?
Yeah, man. Have you guys ever been to Beaverton?
No,
Oregon?
but were you
No.
around a bunch of Chinese people?
No, there were not.
Were you around a bunch of Iraqis?
I got talked. What?
Were you around a bunch of Iraqis?
No, and I see
Okay.
where you're going.
Who were
with
you
this.
around?
White people who worked at Nike.
Okay. Were you around any black people?
Yeah.
Okay, wait. So you were around
Tokens.
white and black people.
4%.
But his
in
race
Oregon,
is white and
right?
black. So we're saying they were self-haters?
Here's the thing. No, that was
So
universally
it was
picking
so
fun
it was
of me.
bullying. It
Well,
was
no,
pathetic,
Oregon-
sad bullying
But you know what?
from parents whose dads have no dicks.
But
That-
Oregon
it
is also
happened-
founded as the racist utopia.
Okay.
Like
Johnny,
Oregon, in the Oregon
We get
state
it. You hate white people.
No, hold on. In the Oregon state constitution, it said that no color people could move to Oregon, could be citizens of Oregon, that only white men could be citizens of
How
Oregon.
could
Super. Well, that's over.
That's for real.
How
State
could the West
constitution.
Be,
Thank you,
1902.
Ryan.
the West was racist? What?
Thank you.
Okay, so I get it, guys. I grew up with people who are black and white, and yes, people made fun of me, and yes, they were weak from weak parents. However, it was more of an insecurity that I brought upon myself based upon those small amount of people who did that. Most of the people were completely nice.
So if you would have played, if you
understood.
would have went, yeah, dude, I'm cooler than you, and walked on, they would have stopped because we know bullying stopped by that. Now, I'm not saying racism, but what I'm saying is when we throw out racism so loosely, that wasn't racism. That was kids picking on kids or dicks, or like I say, parents who would have been better off dying in a car accident and their kids being brought up
using
in
an
foster
attribute
care.
against somebody.
Yeah, yeah, and that's what I'm saying is in this country there are idiots and there are moron jerk pieces of shit that we don't need, and there's pedophiles that should die every day, and there's disgusting people. They come in a rainbow of color in this country and the world. Yes, this is a white country still, in the sense that the powers that be ultimately, yeah, I would think would probably white. I mean, the trick would be if they weren't, but they should be based on 50% of the
But
population.
the problem is there are also a small percentage of douchebags who see the benefits that they can reap by playing into these things that are set up by bullying people in different ways, whether it be their skin color or deformity or whatever it is. There's still this small majority of those people too.
Yes.
Who are like, I'm gonna be great because I'm not those things. I'm
But
gonna
they
make them
come
feel
in every
bad
color.
about
But
it.
don't
For
you?
sure.
Yeah, like I agree
That's
with
all
Burger
I'm
there.
saying.
Like I think that they come in all different colors. Like there's on every side of identity politics now, there are people who are just narcissistic assholes who are using identity politics to further themselves and
Yeah,
further their
further
separation, and they're
themselves.
bad for our general thing. Like
Look, you
no,
know
like
what's
we need
bad for
peace
the
and love.
general situation. We need a piece of someone else talking.
Wow, there you go.
Look,
You know what I do want to hit on. You know what's funny being a teacher is there was just a lawsuit. There was a lawsuit filed today.
I'm just
So
kidding, Jordan.
saw your post. You're talking about your post.
yeah, this kid
What was the
in
post?
Arkansas or somewhere, who fucking cares? But this kid apparently was in a class. He was trying to leave the class, and the teacher fucking body slammed him 3 times. Now the kid's having his leg amputated.
Yeah, he's getting an amputation.
Well, okay. Now here's the thing: the kid was trying to leave to call his mom to pick him up, and the teacher got in his way and wouldn't let him leave and body slammed this and that. Now that's the kid's lawyer's story. What happened being a teacher is the kid was being a total fucking little prick. And he's like, I'm leaving and I'm gonna call my mom to pick me up. And the teacher's like, no, you're not just walking out of
Yeah,
class.
you're not allowed.
And the kid rushed the teacher, and the teacher flipped him. And the teacher deserves to be fired, go to jail, be sued. Everything should happen as teacher.
But the story shouldn't be.
But the story should be real that this kid's a piece of shit, not because of him. There's no piece of shit kids. He's the product of pieces of shit.
You are so delusional on
No.
that,
No,
Burger.
no.
You are so delusional.
no bad
There's
kids.
so many piece of shit
No.
14-year-olds
No, there
out
aren't.
there.
Not one.
You can.
Not one.
This
Yeah,
is
but-
why I
Kids that
don't
killed their
teach,
parents.
because there are so many
no.
piece of shit little 14-year-olds out
Even
there
the kids who killed their
that
parents.
deserve a
Yeah.
body
Yeah.
slam. They're gonna end up. You're just saving them
And
2
who should have
years.
given him the body slam?
Their parents. But
That's
their
all I'm
parents
saying.
are pieces of shit.
Right.
Burger,
And
you just
said
said
it's
it.
that's the way it goes.
No, you just said it though.
That's it.
Their parents are pieces of shit,
And that's why they turned
and
out
they're
like pieces of
raising
shit.
future pieces of shit. But yes, there is. Yes, there is. I'm gonna tell you right now. 18 and
Oh my God.
364
How much-
fucking days.
How much did you change from
I
the
can
time you were
change you.
17 to 20? Like, are you not a
19,
new
go die.
person after every year
Truthfully,
that you go?
walk in the street and die. I don't care.
From 17 to 20, yeah, like I went. It was an amazing time. I got like 6 record contracts offered to me. Like went from like being a dick in my parents' house to like, oh, I'm 20 years old and they want to give me a record contract. Like,
problem
and
is
you're
a lot of
right. Like
people
3
who-
years is a lot, but they like. There's also a thing where certain kids you can tell at 14, man.
But
Like
no, there's no. There
they
are certain
don't need to
people
be
who
in
need-
school and they don't need to be.
What do they need?
They need to be working in a
Well,
fucking
wait.
shop,
No,
learning
wait.
how to work.
Let me tell you. Let me
You
tell you
know.
something. Let me tell you something, Johnny. First of all, I'm not saying a shop or anything like that. Because if you go back to Greece, if you go back to Rome, there were lots of people doing things other than going to school. Now, what I do believe is school should be mandatory till 8th grade. Because at 8th grade, you've learned algebra. You've learned how to write and create essays and compositions and all that stuff. Now, you've learned some science, you've learned history. Yeah, but you've learned history and all that stuff. But here's the thing. You've learned all that. If you can't act right in school, if you can't do right, go out in the world, get a job. At 14, I'm cool with that. 8th grade should be the last mandatory grade where after that, yes, you can be kicked out of school, and yes, you can leave school with your parents' permission. But the schools don't have to house you.
Here's the thing: trying to give up on somebody when they are a mere teenager before you can legally allowed to drive or drink or shoot a gun. You think you're just gonna give up on somebody
No, you
say
offer
that
them
there's
trade.
nothing.
No.
I know.
Yeah, you
but
know,
then
you
here's the
offer
thing.
them
Here's the
trade
thing.
schools.
Okay,
But
what
not,
if
not stupid trade
what
schools?
if
I
that
mean, art.
stupid
And- yeah.
kid that you yeah
That's
what
what I
if
mean.
that stupid kid that you gave up
Yes.
on when he was 14 because he has horrible parents and just gives
Yeah.
you the finger in class and all
Which
this
is who
shit,
I
okay?
work with every
right.
day, yeah.
So what if in that same thing, and I don't know if this is always possible, but what if you could teach that kid comedy? What
Well-
if you could
well,
teach him to draw? What
Let me
if,
tell you a couple things.
And that's
Yeah.
what I'm saying is that if you can get them into a trade and you can teach them, you're like, hey, you know what? You really suck at algebra, but you're really great at playing guitar.
That's why
Let's come
Johnny's
over
not a
here
teacher.
and let's practice
Yeah.
guitar 8 hours a
Yeah.
day. So you're fucking 20
Yeah.
and you're making the 40.
And you could be a homeless dude
Perfect.
playing guitar for quarters.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me explain
yeah.
something,
Then
Johnny.
why should learn plumbing?
Yeah, Johnny, let me explain something to you. First of all, and now we could hear you. We could hear you, or we could ask anyone if they've been teaching 12 years. Oh my God. So okay, here's the thing. No, that kid who can't do algebra, you're wrong. Yeah, you're wrong. That kid can do algebra. That's where you're wrong. No. Let me explain something to you. This is why you're the problem. Oh God, now you're a tutor. What don't you do?
I was tutoring plumbers.
I loaned you $5 for a $7 pack of cigarettes. How do you have all these jobs?
4 years in community college.
Yeah.
I tutored algebra.
Okay. So I taught 12 years. Let me finish. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Berger's the current teacher.
Yeah. So I'm a real teacher. Yeah, I'm a real teacher. Yeah. Okay, go on with your junior college story. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna jump in.
Johnny's responsible for Einstein.
Calculus, but they literally didn't know the one page of algebra
Yeah.
that there is.
And
Okay.
that's how the
So you
question mark-
suck as a tutor. So you wait. Let me say one point. Let me say one point. Hold on.
I taught them algebra in 3 hours. Fuck you.
Wait. Johnny just said. Wait. Johnny just said he taught him algebra in 3 hours, but he said they couldn't learn algebra. Which is it?
You guys did not teach them algebra.
Now, once
Their
again,
teachers
so
had passed them with a B through trigonometry
Yes.
and AP
Yes.
calculus.
Yes. And the guy with the degree on napkin.
But they literally did not know like the
Yeah.
commutative properties
Yes.
of algebra.
Totally.
Can
What
I-
is it, Johnny? What is it, Johnny?
The commutative properties.
See,
means that
I
you can move
trying to
something
get in
from
here.
One side of an equivalency to the other side of an equivalency.
And
guys, can we
and
have a, can
there's
we
more
have
to
a,
it.
Doesn't change the value.
Ah, thank
Guys,
you.
let's have a moment of silence for Johnny's argument.
Yes,
Oh,
it was.
geez.
It
No,
was horrible.
no, I wanna talk
Now,
over
Wait.
it.
Let me say one thing.
Okay.
Now, wait. The one point I want to make is, yes, you can teach those kids algebra. It's just that they learn differently. Every child learns in a certain way. Some children have the similar style of learning, but every child's an individual. So what you do is you teach them in the way they would get it. Sometimes algebra can be shown as equations. Other times it's best taught as almost like English.
Apples and oranges
Well,
and
yeah,
stuff.
apples and or English, whereas it's memorization. If you remember the formulas, you know how to implement them. Other kids understand the formulas and know why they're implemented exactly. Other kids can understand how to implement the formula without completely grasping exactly every mechanism of it. You have nothing to add. And so what I'm saying is, I'll give you 1 second in a second. I mean, I'll give you in 1 second. Let me finish. And again, I don't mean that you don't
I'm
have a
gonna
degree,
talk
but
over
Jesus.
you, Johnny.
So,
I got something to say
yeah.
about this whole
yeah.
story.
Oh, go, because you've been waiting forever. Because
I've
my
been
whole point is
waiting.
just simply
Because you guys
no
been
bad
fighting
kids.
back and
Every
forth
kid
about
has a
something.
chance.
I love kids.
Yeah.
Going back to the kid that got amputated his arm, whatever the fuck happened, whatever it is.
Wait, why did he get his leg amputated?
Because of body slam.
So the body slam
which is a
led to
big
an
word to
amputation?
use.
Cut off all circulation, broke the bones.
It fucked the kid up.
Wrestling
Yeah.
for body slams, so I understand the severity of
Okay.
Dude, not only
God damn, Johnny. So,
I am a world class.
Johnny's the reason I have a picture book of everything I've done. Because then people go, no, Burger, you didn't do that. I go, no, here's a fucking.
He takes pictures of
And then
everything
as
so he
I-
can show. I know you told me.
And then as I discovered the X-ray, I realized.
I think what Johnny's trying to say is okay. So like I read the study once that said they took speed. They were trying to teach speed reading, and there were kids who were very good already at reading. So if you tried to teach them speed reading, they improved by 200% instead of somebody who's not good at reading who improved by maybe 60%. So I think what Johnny's trying to say is perhaps there are people. We all need garbage men. We all need auto people. We need all these things. Perhaps what he's saying
They're
is,
called
I
immigrants.
don't know. Shut up. Like maybe by 8th grade, then you kind of can see what kids need to go certain places, and they'd be better served that way instead of forcing them to learn things they're not going to get.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Is that like
Some kids would want to go build houses. Honestly, yeah, and they're big enough too.
And they would actually have fun doing it and
Well, but
planning the
in
whole
8th grade, they're our size.
Well, there are 10.
Yeah.
So, like, within Berger knows this, like, within the pedagogy of CBT, there are, like,
Pedagogy.
10, I know.
Okay.
There
I'm
are
joking.
He invented
Johnny.
pedagogy.
instances
Yeah.
that are spread across there.
And the question
and
mark.
You can be very intelligent,
Okay.
but not be so intelligent in other things. Like, I have a friend who's great at betting and painting.
Great.
Yeah, that was my whole
Okay.
point before.
Betting and painting.
I got okay. Going back.
Yeah, wait.
Back
Cut
to
him
the
off.
kid that got amputated. Okay,
Yes.
and you saw it as a news story.
So-
and so
Yeah.
what you saw like
So
on
my
NBC,
point about it is, yeah, it was. I believe it was misrepresented. The
Well-
teacher's
well,
still responsible.
that's where we're going at.
Yeah, the teacher
That's-
should go to jail.
How do we get in that tangent? That's
Now,
that's
so-
beautiful. Well,
What I was gonna say is, I just recently, Jesus, I'm an old man. I just recently had a kid walk out of class, and I've almost never had that happen. I don't allow for it. Here's the thing: the difference between me and that teacher is, I go, "You're going nowhere." He goes, "No, I'm leaving." I go, "Take care." I mean, that's where we ended.
Right.
He decided he was leaving.
You're saying
Yeah.
the teacher should have let him walk out.
Always.
Yeah, what are you gonna?
The teacher, he didn't come at the teacher.
No, this is the thing. It wasn't a case of him going after the teacher. It was the teacher blocking the door. This is the thing. I did stand in front of the door for a second. I go, "You're not going anywhere." He goes, "Yeah, I am." I go, "Bye-bye." Real quick, because you know what? Feed my fucking kids. Eat a dick, bitch. And this is the thing. But you know what? This kid is welcome back. Like, he came back. No problem. He wants to be a little punk right now. No problem. I fuck with him every day.
Yeah.
Okay, but so does he. He's a quick kid. This kid's brilliant.
Right.
This kid can get work done. See, this is the thing. You got the kids who do perfect work every day, da-da-da. He could lap them in getting work done. He can also spend 6 days just breaking things. But his life isn't sweet and wonderful.
Right.
It's not peaches and cream, so he reacts to his
Isn't
environment
it
and life.
diamonds though? Diamonds are created from pressure and time.
And that's it.
And dude, this kid is making himself into a diamond, and later on, nobody's gonna be able to fuck with him. Look, I look at situations sometimes. I have it so easy, but I grew up like in Beaverton.
Yeah.
But shit happened that's fucked up. So then now I'm a real person, and when someone's like, they owe me money, and they're gonna be like trying to start an argument with me, so that I might argue back with them, so that they might feel better
About not paying you. Yeah.
saying fuck
Yeah.
you because you were mean. No,
They need a reason.
Boom! I'm way on top of stuff like that.
My dad said you loan money to friends, you get it back from enemies, always.
Right.
I'm sorry.
Oh.
I'm going back to the amputee.
Oh.
I'm trying to get this point
So
across.
they're suing
You
him for
guys
millions
keep
of
getting
dollars.
Tangents.
Go on your point.
Point are you getting across, Thelma? What is
Well,
the point?
You guys discussing about this, and you want to know like, who do you want? What side do you believe in? And that's how the news is working right
Yeah.
now. They're dividing people. That's
Not
what I'm trying to
stop.
get across.
Yeah.
You're divided. You're divided. We're all divided
Yes.
on everything. Oh, Trump said this. What do you guys think? And then it divides people. They put that online now because they're not even doing the news anymore.
No.
NBC, fuck the live broadcast. They go online on your Facebook and they just throw shit out and like, tell us what you guys think, and it divides.
Yeah.
So
And they saw advertising time.
no,
on their
why are
things,
you
yeah.
laughing? But because that
Because
is
you're
the
funny,
source.
Talmo.
Wait,
Thank
do you
you.
think he's
Like,
making
appreciate
less
it.
of a point than you?
No, I think he's making like the greatest point ever, and I think it's like, but no, Talmo's hilarious. He's
It's
a comic
separate-
actor.
it's
He's
separate and
great.
divide. That's how we live now. So when Trump says something stupid, you guys are like, we're gonna. Hillary said something stupid. Like,
But here's my question about
Yeah.
that. Here's my question about that. Because I feel like a society that's going to be progressive should have debate and conversation about certain things. So are you saying
It's
that
digital.
we shouldn't? But that's our town hall now. That's how we express our opinions.
It's not working. It's
No,
not.
but
So,
it
how-
is. But
how
it
do you
is.
fix
Not.
that? People
Okay,
people are
the
not
problem
going to go
is
out to a town hall meeting. Nobody wants to leave their fucking house.
Well, I
Like,
think.
if I can watch porn and watch politics at the
It's
same
fear.
time, why would I go to
Exactly.
a town hall
So
meeting?
if you actually have real issues,
Do you
wanna
really
talk
do
to
both
somebody,
of those,
that's
Courtney?
fun.
I mean,
Fun.
at the
Nobody's
same
like-
time.
Let me say one thing though. She is right. It will eventually be beneficial if we make it a global communication on things like what's going on in your world, my world, how do we relate? We get to know one
Pen
another
pals.
globally, and we start having more global news where we talk about all over the world what's going on, because then we stop seeing ourselves as so magnified, and we realize how tiny we each are, but even our country, how small and insignificant our country really is to other people. And even though we want to believe America shifts the world, England giggles every time someone says that. Because, first of all, we are just England's bitch always been.
Nah, we're their military.
Trace the money.
Before we go to another thing, I'm just saying about the whole online discussion, online debate, all that shit. The problem is that this all ties in back to what we were saying, even about Kyle's vitiligo. It's that then there are people who want to be trolls and want to push back and make no sense, or just push back against against any progress because they've been slighted.
Well, it's
So
exactly. It gives
keep all of us
voice.
down.
It gives voice to the worst voices.
Paid
Like
trolls.
it amplifies the worst voices, which normally you would just hear. You wouldn't hear them because they be in their pickup trucks and goddamn.
Well, but wait, watch
But
this.
you
Why does it
don't.
have to be that voice? It goes across the board.
Because
I know.
well,
I know.
I make
I know
fun of
trolls
rednecks
of all
because
different
it's what I
races
know.
that attack
Okay,
me.
But Johnny
It's not all
hates white
rednecks.
people.
I hate rednecks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Currently, or I don't know if the debate has ended yet, people are on the patio
Yeah.
literally with a speaker box and a laptop watching the debate
Yeah.
at the same time as sports.
A
Yeah,
fucker.
and porn. And.
Both.
And porn.
And porn, politics and porn.
So, like, it should be a thing to where it should be all digital. It should be provided to you free with ease. Even town hall meetings like yours.
Yes.
Local shit. I want to find out the debate between this condoms wearing and pornography and whether or not we.
I get that, but when you actually type in something and how you feel, you're the Wizard of Oz. You're
Well, no,
behind the
we're
red curtain.
controlled by Google.
No one knows the fuck you are.
You have
or what you do.
anonymity.
There shouldn't be that. There shouldn't be that anonymity. People who want to be anonymous should not be involved in the conversation.
But that's the
because you should
problem.
stand behind.
We're all part of
You
it.
should stand behind your stand, because that's what I'm saying. The people who want to be anonymous, I'm saying, are the people who want to mess up any kind of progress and just be a troll to be a troll. Whereas people, I think, who have real opinions and want to make things better, say who they are.
I've been on the Xbox
Yeah.
before. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh yeah.
No,
oh,
but
dude.
you know,
go,
the-
dude.
But the big thing is though,
If you want to know racism, go play Call of Duty.
the big thing is
Homophobia,
the big thing is
racism, all of it on Call of Duty. It's
the
great.
internet does provide. Jesus, what is up with me?
You
The
fart?
internet, the beer. I grabbed a beer. I don't drink beer. The internet. Sound like burping nonstop. Yeah. So the internet is a great tool. It's an amazing tool. I've learned some amazing things.
Gore.
Here's the thing. No, it is a beautiful thing. It's misused like heroin. It's truly but in truth, I've known people who've done heroin. I've never done it. I've known people who've done it and they never got overly addicted or anything. And so the thing is, yeah, they totally enjoyed it and they stopped and then they had a family and they went on with life. Beautiful. This is the thing. Most people fuck it up. And the problem with this world is too many people fuck things up. And it's as simple as this. If you ever complained about a product and then all of a sudden someone else comes by and goes, I happen to think that Bank of America is one of the better banks which offers a really good interest rate on home loans. And you're like, oh, my God, this is a paid troll. This is a paid troll to come on here and write shit. Well, you know, in the debates and all those Facebook things and all the online stuff and even in our personal shit, trolls come in paid and put shit to counteract negative stuff, to counteract certain things.
Well,
Go ahead.
no, you're exactly right. Except that I fully do not believe you've never done heroin.
That's true.
That is such bullshit.
I would agree with that.
Bullshit.
No, I
On
know.
accident. I know it happened.
Can you snort
Come
it?
on.
Well, yes, you can. It's
Smoke
China White.
it in
It's
a
called China
bowl
White.
or whatever.
But here's the thing,
Bullshit.
Johnny, let me just say something. I've never done heroin for one simple reason. If I ever did heroin, I'd be sitting here talking about my 17 degrees, my judo knowledge, how I was fucking
How this
Socrates
room's feng
teachers.
shui
Yeah.
is-
It's like I like the
But
angle
the-
that the room's facing as it sets on the equinox. I know about this because
you sure
I
you're
did
not
heroin.
Jewish?
I did heroin. Do you want to know how
You
I
might
did
be
heroin? I
Jewish.
told you.
Yeah, I think you might be Jewish.
You know, it's I do this thing.
Yeah, I thought that you were maybe Jewish, but the difference I'm saying, but paid trolls fine. But the problem is, and this is where we can tie privilege back into it, is there are people who do have privilege who want to not have that privilege messed up. Therefore, they're going to say something outlandish because they feel like their privilege is going to be infringed on.
Well, but who gets the most hits on
I
social
agree.
media? Like in your social media network, like
Kardashian.
who gets the most hits in your
Kardashian.
social media? Because I know which ones get the most hits in mine. Like my favorite buddy is a guy named Kyle, who's a photographer who lives in the neighborhood. Because
What's
his
wrong
name
with
is
my mic?
Kyle. So it's another guy named Kyle who lives in the neighborhood, and he photographs models, and he gets like, seriously, like fucking 1,200 likes on Instagram, and I'm like, I'm happy with 20, right? And he gets 1,200, and like,
Are you just mad at some dude named Kyle?
yeah,
'Cause that's what it seems like. Here's the thing.
yeah,
Is-
personal
yeah,
vendettas.
people
That's
go-
what the
people go
internet's
viral.
for.
This is the thing. People get so mad. Well, why did that go? So what? But the thing is, the internet truly it could be a great tool of connection. It should be. There needs to be. Maybe someone can create something where people can go on and discuss things instead of.
Well, the problem
Attack.
is it goes back to the mid '90s when we were getting connected from AOL, and we used to play little pool games, online pool. If you guys remember that pool, like you're playing pool,
yeah.
billiards, and then what was the term? It's like
ASL?
Yeah, ASL.
ASL.
Age,
And
sex,
that's when
location.
things got fucking weird.
Age, sex,
sex,
location.
location.
So you'd be like 22. I'm from Portland.
22, female.
No, you know what? Wait, let me tell you. I remember going monochrome with my buddy Hugh in his room when fucking internet first came out, and he had it, and we would go on chat lines and be like, "What are you wearing?" and things like that, all that shit.
Yeah.
And that's unfortunately the first. It's like, you ever learn Spanish? What do you learn? Puto.
The bad word.
Yeah, everything.
But I think
I'm old like Burger. So we were talking about this earlier.
older.
Where like Telmo doesn't know how to install Instagram on his tablet.
Sorry, guys.
I'm just saying, it's a thing. And
I'm
you're
the
like,
Super Nintendo guy.
Yeah, he's the Super Nintendo. It doesn't have.
My wife did mine.
She's younger than me.
Control panel. Like if it doesn't have the 12 buttons, you don't know what to do with it because they've kind of robbed. Like that's one of the things the elites have done is I think for the middle class in America, they've robbed the knowledge of the technology. We don't think about like if you go to a big startup, everyone who works in programming now, under 50, is going to be of Indian or Korean origin. Like that's
Which
the-
is
Because the rest of
fine.
us are
What's
lazy.
wrong with that, though?
We're talking
Yeah.
about a situation where
Good for them.
Yeah.
AOL
And
and,
it's not all of them.
Facebook are relevant. Kids today are not even using that, and they won't grow
It's-
up
But the
with
biggest-
it.
We're on
I think
Facebook.
going back
We don't
to
know how they work.
But I'm saying going back to what Talma was
don't need
saying
to.
with like, okay, something like ASL popping up, then people realize they could lie about who they are or lie about
and that
where
goes-
they are,
that
what they think.
Goes
That's
back
the
to
problem.
Facebook. That goes back to the chats and all that kind of stuff. So you can say all this shitty stuff.
Yeah.
Which we know some of these people,
They're
quote
paid to
unquote
do it.
comics that have harassed other comedians. I know musicians probably done that too.
But you know what?
And-
If you
and-
get harassed, kill yourself.
If you're letting other people impact you,
He doesn't get harassed.
I didn't get harassed. I didn't get
He
harassed.
doesn't care. Yeah.
It's really hard to
Yeah.
give
Look,
me.
Yeah.
I get
spent,
mad.
I spent
and
a
I
lot
delete
of
them. That's all I do.
time and energy and money and everything into learning how to tell jokes to drunk people and make them pay attention to me. And so if someone else learns how to do something else and make that shit better, then let them profit. Like that everyone specializes in something. That's why I don't have to go grow acorns. I don't
Yeah.
even know what an acorn tree or if it's a plant. Maybe it's a fucking
It's a tree.
it shits acorns. I don't fucking know.
You
but
grew
I
up in
know
fucking
that when I
Beaverton.
want to go to Ralph's in the middle of the evening and I want some goddamn acorns to put on top of my Haagen-Dazs because I'm feeling depressed, that's exactly what's going to happen. God damn it. But I have to learn how to grow
No,
them.
yeah, no, I agree with you. We don't all have to know everything. But keep in mind, that's why I say we're not the first civilization to happen. Because it just takes one big thing to separate everyone who knows the connecting stuff to end everything. Meaning you can't do plumbing, you can't do electricity, you can't do shit because everyone who knows how to connect to each other they're too far away.
Gone.
And so then things end up coming back, and it seems like we invented them, but they've been around all the time.
Are you thinking
Oaks are 20% of the landmass of North America.
we're gonna have a reboot in society
Yes,
soon,
yes.
where we're gonna lose everything that we
We're
have?
going to be cave people again, yes.
No, because I'm gonna have a
And
hard
then
drive
reboot
that
it.
works.
Yeah, it'll be a reboot in the sense of the world, God, whatever anyone wants to call it, will reboot the world, and some people will live, obviously. And when it gets 100,000 years later, motherfuckers are gonna think that the drawings on the walls and the concrete, I mean not the concrete, the stone and stuff like that, that's all we had, because everything else will have disintegrated.
Every car will just vanish.
Everything, every computer. So they'll think we were idiots, just like we think. We think we started from these.
Nissan?
We think we came from monkeys, but monkeys exist. We think we came from the. We think all these things, and they're stupid. What happened is society has been going forever, and there's been societies before societies. You don't believe in evolution? Evolution's stupid. Simply because
Evolve.
we didn't get evolution takes the place of what was there.
Dun, dun,
Monkeys
dun.
are still here. The same monkeys we supposedly came from are still around. Did they not wait in line? Were they high? Did they wake up late
Well,
that day? They're like, hey guys,
Burger-
all the monkeys line up because we're changing you.
Burger.
And yeah, Chad was sitting there going, fuck, dude, I'm just going to take one more hit and then I'm going. Cool, bro, I'm next.
Burger, I'm
Wait,
bringing.
Theo hasn't said a word. Let him.
Hey, if that's what you think of evolution, you have to relearn what it is.
I understand. I
Well-
understand the slight evolution.
Hold on,
It's different than evolution theorist. What you mean is continual growth forward and progression, meaning where something loses certain things and evolves into the society or
Whales.
into the culture.
They're called
into
whales.
the things that it's become.
They're called
That
whales.
exists.
The environment.
Cetaceans.
Many things have adapted, but that's adaptation. It's not so much evolution; it's more adaptation. It is
Well-
an evolution, totally.
Because evolving is changing in a way that makes it more advantageous.
Totally. And so it's an adaptation, it's an evolution, but it's not what evolution theorists believe, in the sense of when you believe we came from monkeys, the insanity is those same monkeys still exist.
Yeah, but that's not
No,
true.
no.
No, that's not true.
It is Darwin's theory of evolution. It's not his whole theory. The what? But
we
even
evolved
that
from
is
whales,
impossible.
like the same
Even-
fucking dog.
even the common
beast.
ancestor.
Yeah.
The prime progenitor of evolution is a single cell organism.
Yeah.
Right. Which means that single cell.
And in order to become something bigger than that, you have a genetic mutation.
The genetic mutations, though,
Rare, but that's how evolution
is what they say started it all. But I don't even believe this planet started it all. I don't even believe this was where humans first started. So
There's a lot to it.
yeah, I mean, I
There's a lot
believe so
Well,
much
have you
deeper
guys-
in
have
a
you guys heard-
a multiple universe in just an infinite universe
Ryan, can I have a beer?
that continually
last one.
exists.
I really want
And
it.
I do believe in
It
timelines.
is my birthday
okay.
week.
I do believe in the theory of
Next week.
timelines and all that.
I'll buy you
I
more.
don't believe that we're the start of it all by any means.
We're not even the
Yeah.
end.
Nor the end. I don't know, none of it. Yeah. There'll be after
Well,
us.
I gotta say, three things that are, as we call ourselves all the racism, prejudice, all that kind of shit going down, as we're downgrading ourselves as we are as a species, because we are a species of human beings. That's what we do. That's what we are. That's why we're here. We talk. We are on Facebook. We have a life. We have a soul, I guess. But three things we do not know. We really do not know is the beginning of time. When does this place start? How do we do it? I don't know.
Why we began?
Why is this all here?
So
Wait, let me get to the three, and then you guys can fucking talk. But second, dinosaurs. Why they have scales? Why they reptilian? I don't know.
Not all of them.
Not all of them. We don't know
The modern bird is actually a composition
of a dinosaur, right? Yeah.
But
So-
isn't that okay? Go ahead. You
And
do-
the third, afterlife. We
True, we
don't
don't
know shit. We know something, but we don't know anything. We just think you're looking down on us or whatever, or your soul, what energy. We have, all of us here right now, we have no idea how we're clocking out on planet Earth.
I'm pretty sure it's exactly like it was before you were born. You just don't know anything.
That's a
But-
weird
That's
thing.
horrifying.
But as far as like the evolution, I think of it like this. Okay, I go to this LA Fitness and there's two sisters. They're super nice, okay, and they're Instagram models. They do these like leg lunges and stuff. I try to act like I know yoga. We just hang out in the same room. It's a whole thing. Okay? Now, one is
He tells people they're
significantly
dating.
hotter than the other. I mean, like
Yeah.
absolutely night and day. Okay, the uglier one, a dime piece. I mean, she's incredible. She's just she looks great. She just has
So the not
everything.
as attractive one.
No, that's the not as attractive one. The one
Neither's
that looks
ugly.
good, dude. How many pinkies are you willing to give up just to take her on a date? Like you're just figuring out. So
One,
okay,
two,
well, I
two,
mean,
four,
grow,
six,
grow some
8,
more. This is
10.
America.
I'm willing to give up 10, all 5 of
Okay,
yours.
all 5. And so I sort of believe in evolution in a sense. I don't know if they're from the same exact parents, but they're sisters. Okay, one looks hotter than the other. I know that if you procreate
Yeah.
with the hotter one, then you're gonna make hotter kids, and then so far, and you're gonna genetically alter yourself to make something different. We see it in dogs and plants on a time.
But do you know? Do you know? We don't know.
But also, don't you want to stop? Like, for me, as a white male, I want to stop my bloodline. Like, I want to extinct the white race.
Courtney,
So,
Courtney, wait. Wait. Let me say one thing.
ultimately,
Let me say
if
one
I
thing.
have no kids
Courtney.
unless they're biracial,
Courtney,
and
do-
even
do
then,
you
that's kind of a
realize
crime.
This is the white guy, okay, who does the acting like a black guy. Who,
No, he does
Who
not.
makes the comments about how black people act and things like
No, he
that. Who makes the things about like, no, well, you know, this and that. And that's the thing. None of the rest of us do. Johnny didn't grow up around black people. Johnny
but
hates.
You
white
know what?
people.
But
All I can go off, and this is exactly what I was going to say about Talma, all we can do is go off of what we have now. Can't worry about where we were coming from. Can't worry about what's going on later.
We're not part of the
like
past.
I can't say about Talma. I mean about Johnny. Like all he's treated me.
My-
as. He's a great person.
Hold on,
He
my
hasn't done
blackest.
anything about white
So
and black.
growing
I have
up
to
in
base it
high
off of what I
school
know.
in
Let me tell you what Johnny
Fontana,
said.
California,
No, I'm.
my blackest friend was actually the whitest black dude I've ever met in my
See?
life.
That's what I
For
just
real,
fucking
and
said.
yet he was super
Didn't I
black. Like
just
he's
say
dark
that?
skinned,
Okay, so
African
Courtney,
king,
once
like
again, Courtney,
muscles,
can I
6-pack.
please
Like
tell
why
you-
the fuck can't I have a 6-pack?
you call
Because
him
I'm white.
But
That's why.
But he's black.
Yeah, he's super black.
Then
But
why did you call him white?
because
Thank you, Talma.
he's like a Dexter. He's totally like
No, you,
Family
you
Matters.
Just,
You right? What's the
put him
guy's
in a
name?
Category.
No, like what's the
Courtney,
dude?
Courtney,
No,
once
he was.
Again, do you get?
Well,
that
no,
these are
because
the
we
white
play
people you
guitar
get?
and he had no rhythm.
These are
Wait.
Stop.
We play
These
guitar
are
and he
people-
had no rhythm.
These are people
Hold on.
using
This
Johnny-
is the ultimate, like, comes down
See,
to
now-
it.
Now you're
Is
putting,
like you have no
You're
rhythm.
You're putting
If
people
you
in
have
black
no
race,
rhythm,
black people to have rhythm.
yes.
No.
And
Yes, yes. I'm sorry. I'm racist. I'm part
I
of the white
believe my
supremacy.
point is made.
Black people should
Courtney,
have rhythm.
Let me
It's
explain
true.
something to you I explained to my wife. You don't know white people. Do you know why? Let me explain something to you. Wait. I know, but let me tell you one thing though. I'll let you in 1 second. But what I tell my wife and what I tell a lot of black people is you don't know white people. Let me explain why you don't know white people. You don't know white people who are treated a lot like you. You don't know white people who are going through the same shit. Do you know why? If you're a poor black person, you're probably living around mostly black people. So the white people you run into are dickhead
not the
cops.
cool people.
Are not
Teachers
yeah,
that are
the ones you
assholes.
run into that have to be in your area, have to be around you, and they didn't want to be. Da 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 da. Now you know you have friends that are white, but they're cool. You call them they're cool ones, just like white people do it.
They're the
Now,
usual. Yeah.
People do it all across the races. Now here's the thing, but most white people or most black people meet Johnny, and Johnny says things that he doesn't think are racist.
And
Because
I wonder how
because
many.
here's the thing: if you grow up, if you're black and affluent, you're around a lot of white people like that say things. If you grow up poor and black, like I say, the white people you generally run into are there for the wrong reason, so to speak, or they're there as authority, things like that.
What's
so your
porn black?
interaction isn't good with them. Now, here's the thing. There's a ton of white people that couldn't give a fuck what you are or anything or have a problem with you. Problem is, they're over here, you're over here, you don't run into each other. And that's the problem, is because there's so many white people
Dude,
just like me.
Wouldn't it be completely awesome if they made schools just go together? Like, if they were like, hey, dude, for the next 2 weeks, you're going to go switch over with the Greenway Elementary over there.
And it goes back to learning.
Like, we bus them.
But that's
It's learned.
It
It's
go-
learned. You're absolutely
Like,
right.
we take half the school and move it to one side of this to another school, and then we take half of that school and move to this school at the same time. It'll take 45 minutes. It'll suck. It's a little far away. It's whatever. But those kids will end up playing ball and hanging out with these people and learning stuff and just end
I
up
don't
being
wanna do
real
that.
people that
I don't
actually.
want to do any of that.
You know why, though?
The
Let me
thing
tell you,
is
yeah.
that, like with me and Burger, being
Don't put me with you, racist.
we grew up-
Dude, he's throwing you in the mix, right?
we grew up in a
You shouldn't have to put up with this.
No, I did not.
bullshit.
I didn't.
No, now you're just putting.
No,
it in
they
his mouth.
weren't for me.
He never said that.
And you can deny them for you, maybe Burger. You maybe.
I grew up around all Latin and black people.
He literally has his hair in braids right now. You can't
I
tell
didn't
him.
I mean,
think-
anything.
but yeah, I didn't grow up. You grew up in Claremont.
No,
Of
no.
course, it was segregated.
I'm gonna make
Same
an
thing.
argument of this.
What?
I'm gonna make an argument, Johnny. I grew up in San Diego in a suburban neighborhood. What was the population? Filipino and Indian.
Yeah.
And 25% white. So when I was my high school, Mount Carmel, is he was listen. No, Johnny, let me finish.
And I went to mixed schools.
And the thing is that all the white kids, I wasn't one of them, they used to call the ASB, 'cause ASB was all Asian. All Asian.
Yeah.
So they used to call them Asian sign builders.
Yeah. But it was
That's
out of
horrible.
a jealousy for their success. But you know what? But what I'm saying, Johnny, is it's simply this: it's the whole thing is just ridiculous. If we just look at it all as a global problem, people are treated badly that are poor in this world. Period. We outnumber the rich thousands to one. I was talking to my wife tonight, and we were talking about, I said, you know what? All these liberals and Democrats and all these Johnnies in the world, you know what? Do this. You want to make the world better? No fucking problem. It's real easy. You ready? Switch houses. Just switch
I've
houses.
seen the movie Trading Places. It's
Well,
really
yeah,
good. We
but
should
let's
Trade
do
Places is
let's
a-
do this. Let's get all these liberals, but no, all these liberals. Let's get Alex Baldwin to switch houses with someone in fucking South Central. Let that family live in his house and go to those schools,
It's gonna
and you
be
change the world.
Alec Baldwin. Alec.
What did I say?
Yeah, you said Alex.
How much
Oh.
I would give up Alec Baldwin's house, by the way, if I got to live
That's
in his
you.
house.
But what I'm saying is, there's families who would love that opportunity.
The party that we could have
If you get a bunch of these
Baldwins.
liberals,
Right.
they switch homes. Here's the thing.
Male pattern bald.
You're bringing all your money to that neighborhood. Okay? This family's going to move to that neighborhood. You're both going to pay your old mortgages. Whatever it is. Whatever. You do this 100 times over, and you've just changed societies. Now, here's the thing. If everyone's in for it, fuck it. Why not? We make the world better. Who cares about what we had and what we don't have now? We're making the world better. So all these fucking sandal walking dick fucks could do this and change the world. They're not gonna. None of them are gonna give up their big homes. None of them are giving their gated communities. And this is the thing. So shut the fuck up. Let's poor people. Why don't we get together? And I mean about me and maybe one other person in this room. And we get together and we fucking change the world because we outnumber, nothing personal, most of you, thousands to one.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think about this. Like, we always talk about how much rich or much poor, or what type of place we live in, or what type of taxes we pay, or how people treat us, or what kind of club I belong to. I still feel like it's very important for us to just realize how happy we are. Like, some of the most poor
no-
people
no
are
one-
the
Sorry,
most
that just sounds so
happiest
kumbaya to me,
ever.
That-
and I
that
don't.
sounds like
I don't
Christmas.
think that, but it still goes back to like even what he was saying about switching schools and having people interact with each other. It's like if I had to go to a school, thinking back of like a different high school, when I had the richest high school that got to go on the most field trips and all that shit, it's like, why would I want to give up my privilege, so somebody else can be equal? That's the problem. It's the problem of that selfishness. So I feel like how it's the intersection of all of those things coming together. They're just people who are not going to want to give up things to make things better and kumbaya.
And that's what I'm saying. So therefore, because because if you're not willing to do any and everything to change the world, realize then step aside. Because this is the thing, is everyone's got their platform to stand on. My platform is the world needs to heal. People need to, freedom is this. You can do whatever you want as long as it doesn't impede on someone else's right to do what they want, and they can do whatever they want as long as it doesn't prevent you from doing what you want. That's that simple. That's real freedom. That's pure and simple freedom. We should be able to walk and move to any part of this world we want. Nobody, why we have other human beings who are no different than us, telling us where and when we can go, how we can go, why we can go, what we can bring here and there, and who we can trade with, and all these different things is insanity. But the reason they're able to do this is because we keep segregated. The second we stop segregating it ourselves, and this is what it means, fuck everyone who wants to be racist, prejudiced, chauvinistic, gay bashing, whatever they want to do, fuck them. We're all going to step left. We're all going to just go on in a life where this doesn't go on, and it's that simple, and we live a global world. And so if tomorrow you want to start walking to fucking Russia for some reason, if you can get there, then you can go there without anyone going, why are you here? Because I'm human and it's my world.
Yeah.
I can go
I live
anywhere.
here.
Yes, and exactly. But in that sense, the fact that we are not free to move in a world when no human being is any different from any one of us, the fact that we even consider Trump or Hillary as anywhere above us or anything different, they are public fucking servants. They're mail fucking delivery people. That's what they are. They're government workers, but they're famous and they're making money on their campaigns, and they're setting up to make millions and billions after their campaigns. None of this should be allowed to go on. Public service should be a volunteer situation where you're able to do it or you do it. Nobody should be being paid for public service in the sense of representing people. Now, public service as far as delivering mail or doing things that people need, yes, you should be compensated in a sense of
Need representation.
we.
It just shouldn't be as ostentatious as it has gotten.
It shouldn't be to the extent where people are rich because they're public servants, and yeah.
Post office are public servants, and they go postal.
And they
will
shouldn't
shoot
be
each
public
other.
servants because they're rich.
Well, no. But what I mean is, okay, if you're a governor, you should have a house. Your stuff should be provided. That and everything else. That's all. You're taken care of the whole time you're governor. Once you're done, get back to whatever you did before and make money.
But that's just like religion. But it's just like religion. Like there are pastors who have like 5 Audis or whatever, huge house. It's all about it's about all of it, but all of it's about self-service. That's the problem. It's about self-service.
If you're a pastor and you have more than an
Praise baby
economical
Jesus.
car, you're a piece of shit because you've just went against your own Bible. So, but what I'm saying is, though, yes, they exist. What I'm saying is we need a world where all of us, okay, that keep arguing and talking about this and that and why we're different, stop that. And we start realizing what we're not allowed and that we're not living free lives. We're living no different than any country we pretend isn't free, and they're living no different than us, and it's all bullshit. And so we're under this whole bullshit thing where we keep going, but as a global community, we have a way to connect. We don't use it for that. We don't connect globally. We don't create groups where I'm a part of the group, and so is some dude in Afghanistan, and so is some girl in Russia.
I mean, isn't that exactly what we're doing right now? We're literally broadcasting to the whole world as
right
much
now,
as we can.
we're trying.
But I will say the difference between us doing this right now and another country is that there are countries where people couldn't do this right now. That's the problem.
Thank God for Marty's and little baby Jesus,
I
California.
know.
Only the little one. I love that movie. When he keeps saying that, baby Jesus. He's like, why do you keep saying baby Jesus? 'Cause that was the best baby. That was the best Jesus.
You ever known the baby
Yeah.
Jesus is
Yeah.
better?
You're right.
Hey,
Johnny
there
used
is
to
a
be
value.
baby
King
Jesus.
Conan Jehovah Jesus
Okay.
from the
All right.
King
Johnny,
Conan
we
Jehovah
gotta wrap up.
Jesus
Close out.
from
We gotta
the.
wrap up.
Close out the show.
Tell
We
us what
do
we're-
need to wrap up.
Tell us what we're doing. Kyle, go ahead and start. Tell us what you got going on.
If you guys want to follow me, I walk around in real life. You could just be there. Look me up online, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Kyle Henson at I Got Kyle.
Like it. Rolando, what you got going on, buddy?
I'm gonna go up north this
Liquor,
weekend.
liquor.
For my birthday. It's my birthday day, by the way.
Yeah, happy birthday!
Yeah, I forgot. Happy birthday. I apologize. I never care about people's birthdays. And yeah.
It took you like 19 hours to make a post to me.
Yeah, he knows.
I don't care either, but anyway. So thank you guys, and happy I was on the show.
Yeah. I'm going to be tomorrow at the Blue Elephant Cafe.
Ooh.
And then I'm doing back-to-back nights after that at the Clown House.
Look at you.
I'm sorry.
Tell Mom.
I'll be at the
Trip.
I'll be at the Trip tomorrow. Hosting Rockanelia. I was written about in the LA Weekly about that.
River Maker.
So I did something with that show. So a bunch of rock bands, me, talk about ass eating probably. So
I'm not gonna be anywhere. I'm doing a podcast tomorrow. Don't yell at me. I'm doing a podcast tomorrow with a bunch of female comics, like a sleepover style one. That should be
a
fun.
bunch who?
Nice.
Hot chicks aren't funny.
Hey, do
Hot
you
chicks
need an
aren't funny
engineer, Courtney?
podcast. What?
Do you need an engineer for it?
Yeah, I need. Yes,
I'll
I do.
come over and engineer that
but
one.
Follow me at Courtney Banks at the Courtney Banks on Instagram, and yes, the Baps mic will be there on Saturday.
Nice.
And great,
I'll be there on
and
Saturday.
I'll say, great podcast she does. She has a good setup and everything. Yeah, it was a fun time. I will be at Flappers on Monday the 24th with Mary Kay Rajabinjam and in the
Rashkavam?
in the Flappers main room, 8 o'clock. Hit up Flappers for tickets. Mention my name. I don't know. You probably get a disguise. You probably get charged more. Let's be real. No, the main room. Yeah, I don't know what else the fuck I'm doing, guys.
Okay, can I get a fucking?
I'm sorry.
I did not
I
get
thought
my
you talking
fucking.
about
You
everything
know,
you've done in
fuck
life
you,
was.
fuck you. No, I wanted to add to
Yeah.
Ryan's because the beautiful bands that are playing at Ryan's show
Apache Wild,
are the Westerner, Apache Wild,
Are you in
and
any of
always
these?
River Maker. No, I
Great.
jerked off all of
Do
these
you have
guys.
a goddamn plug that involves you?
Yes, I do.
Quick.
I have 2 albums online you want to buy right now, Ghetto Heat and Dead Horse Rhythm. Buy both those albums
band,
right
great
now.
band.
Look out for La Tumba coming soon. Sunday show with Johnny O. Hamburger Podcast.
Johnny.
And
Wait, don't shut me off yet. Johnny, I just want to mention, is not only a racist, but he hates white people, so check
That's
him out.
totally true.
I'm
Totally
Burger
true.
Podcast, guys.
Hamburger Podcast.
Remember, don't fuck your aunt.